citizens need to be about keeping these commandments.
This is not what I expected out of them. The true Bible, the book about folly.
Right. The Most High has given us guidance on what we need to do.
Officer Eli. Officer Nahshon. Officer Ezekiel.
Gotta get me all up in there. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. All praise to the Most High. 1 2 3. Wow. Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom, shalom. I'm doing a quick mic check, real quick, brothers and sisters that are watching online, just because I'm kind of rushing at the last minute, trying to get everything. Had to try to get some videos downloaded. It's a crazy show that we're about to get into. We're about to go into the abyss of madness, in the abyss of situations that that perhaps many of us are not thinking about. Okay, I'm Bishop Yawasop. Let me just get the preliminaries out the way. I'm Bishop Yawasop. Most High in Christ bless you, and happy prep day as we prep down to the Sabbath. So let's get the crew in.
Hey, shalom Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Captain Sarai. Good seeing y'all.
Hey, shalom Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Officer Nahshon.
Shalom Israel. Officer Ehud. Most High in Christ bless.
All right, all praise to the Most High. So we get ready to get into it. While I'm teaching, I'm actually still downloading videos. The videos are taking a long time to get inside the system, but we're gonna make it work. Tonight's topic is this is part 2 to a series to a class that we had did a few weeks ago. All right, that we're in part 2 of the lesson called "While Men Slept, the Enemy Came In." Okay, we're in part 2, and we're dealing with you know what? Give me that scripture in Proverbs. We're going to end up reading it again, but I want to make this point because the whole premise of this show is dealing with this particular thought right here. The one that says, "There's a way that seemeth right unto a man." Let's throw that in there. Let's get that going. Okay. Like I said, while we're doing this, let's Officer Nahshon read that while I continue to send what I need to send. So.
And then we'll go to the disclaimer, too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, handle that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me go ahead and read the disclaimer, brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Israel United in Christ. We are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a non-violent Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat as stated in Leviticus chapter 5 verse 1, King James Version. All praises.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and we mean that too.
Exactly.
So it's good for us to be mindful that we are about these commandments, and that's what we're going to keep. All right, Officer Nahshon, bring that out.
Yes, sir. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Yeah, Captain, cover that for me for a little bit. I'm going to jump in there. I just want to make sure I just get this last video.
Read that again, officer.
Yes, sir. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
There's a way, okay, here in this society we live in today, especially here in America, Babylon the Great, okay, there's a way to seem right unto a man, okay? All right, go on.
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
But the end thereof is the ways of, what's that last word you say?
Death.
Death. Exactly, because again, you know, we following after our own heart and our own imaginations instead of following after the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God.
Right.
Okay, because His way is the right way. Okay, any other way outside of this Bible that we're teaching, the law, statutes, commandments. Okay, then it's going to bring forth death, whether you realize it or not.
Right.
Okay, these are proper and righteous instructions, okay, to fulfill us in a state of mind and in a spirit of repentance. There ain't no other way. We don't try everything else.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We don't been here and there, but yet and still, there's still people that's straying off to the left, to the right, all over the place. And we're gonna bring some of these things out tonight. It's gonna really, I hope it shake you up.
Yeah, it's gonna do that.
All praises.
Have y'all looking at us crazy? But anyway, read that scripture again.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
Now, while we're getting into that, I would just want to make this point that for the last few months, we have been making a point that the enemy is looking to fracture off our children. Okay, right. We're not a fractured organization. That's what the enemy is trying to do. So when I was making a point about the title, while men slept, the enemy came in to basically shear our children off from us, to fracture the nation of Israel, to fracture what we're doing here in the body. So that's the reason. That's the reason why I wanted to go over this class here. And there's so many different forces that are set out here to draw our children away from the parents that's in righteousness. Many of our parents are struggling trying to hold on to their children in righteousness and do not want to lose them to the world. And when I say lose them to the world, there are worlds that our people are not even aware of. When I say worlds, I'm talking about underground societies that our children are getting caught up into, and they themselves don't even know. They think they're being cute and all that, and not even realizing that by the time it's over, they're going to be full deep into these situations, and they're going to be like, mama, and all that. And for many of them, it's going to be too late. Right. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm bringing this out. And we're going to talk about some real things that's going on out here in these underground societies, whole economies. You know, I was going over I was looking at some information, and I heard the word economy pop up on one of these sick underground situations. Right. And I said, economy means that it's self-sufficient, meaning that they have a full society that deals with all aspects of their operation where they don't even have to come outside, so to speak. Right. You understand? So we're going to show you that. And our children are being lured into that thing through social media, through those TikToks, Instagram. They want to be some kind of models. These brothers want to be what up type of dudes, and they're going to get caught up in some real stuff. And you got a whole bunch of perverts and pimps and drug gang leaders and all of that that's looking to shear off new work for their sick enterprises. And our children are not even aware of what's going on. They just think they're being cute, loving to see the likes and all of that. By the time it's over, they're going to be in a world of mess. So when I was making a point that we have to make sure that our children do not get sheared off into these things, we have to know what's out there. We have to be the ones to educate our children, to let them know we're not just trying to be hard. We're trying to really save you from some real stuff.
Right. Exactly. Right.
And y'all going to see some crazy stuff tonight. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. So read that scripture.
Yes, sir. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
The way that seemeth right unto our children is coming from their friends, their so-called friends in school. Their social media accounts and all of that other bull crap that your simple children do not know what's on the other side of them phones. Do not understand what's on the other side of those apps, those computers. They don't know on the other side of it. They don't know what's out there. So they're just getting caught up in it, and they're being drawn in because of the attention and the likes. And once they get to a point where they're cutting off their parents, they don't want to be with their parents anymore, and they quote unquote find freedom, then they get suckered in. And when they're there, you don't see them anymore until something actually bad happens to them or they get used up. Then they're crying for mama. We're going to show you all of that. We're going to show you all of that. Man, this is some real rough stuff that we're talking about. Right. Okay, so read that scripture again.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
The way that seemeth right unto our children is what what our unsuspecting sons and daughters are being shown to by their wicked friends, so-called friends, their classmates. Okay, their so-called Facebook groups and Instagram. People they don't even know. Right. Talking about, oh, you cute, your butt, followers, them so-called followers. You don't know. You don't even know who's on the other end of that thing.
Right.
Then you find yourself caught up into something, and then you can't even tell your parents because you're so damn ashamed. And that's where that's what's going on. We got a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, we're gonna get into these videos. So, but before we get fully started in that subject, let's talk about what happened on the 4th of July. Okay, the 4th of July, the Negroes went crazy right here in North Carolina,
Right.
in Charlotte. And I'm talking about absolute bonkers and wild ridiculous. And the Most High is angry as hell. Okay, so here we go. Let's play that. This went down. What was it? Hold on. Let's show it on the screen. Homicide investigation, Southwest Boulevard, Charlotte. I don't even really know too much exactly where that's at, but I know that's here in the city somewhere. Okay, homicide investigation, Southwest Boulevard. Yeah, I've been down here a few years, but a lot of these, I don't know these places by name like that. But anyway, I know it's that downtown area, you know, where they had all them so-called fireworks and all that thing. Play the video. Play it. We got a lot of videos for you, by the way, tonight, brothers and sisters, so just get ready. Come on.
Well, Mecklenburg police say fights during the night's Sky Show is the cause of chaos in Uptown last night. This video was taken near Poplar Street. You can see a large police presence. Our crews were on the scene when these fights started. We know dozens of people ran from the area not knowing exactly what was happening. Police officers confirm at least one person was arrested. It's not clear the charges they may be facing. And that wasn't the only instance of violence this 4th of July. At least 8 people were killed in a pair of incidents on Independence Day in Pennsylvania and Texas. In Philadelphia, 5 people were killed as a gunman rampaged through the city, randomly firing at occupied cars and people on the street. His first victim retreated to a house. That's where they died. Others remained on the street. Ultimately, the gunman surrendered to police. And in Fort Worth, Texas, as a holiday celebration wound down, shots rang out. 3 people died. Another 8 are recovering from injuries this morning.
All of this
Police have
because of
suggested
some 4th of July. People would still be alive had this so-called holiday hadn't even come up. But it's like when so-called fireworks and holidays and time to frolic and act stupid, people end up dead. This is crazy. This is the time that we're in.
And Bishop, if you black people, you ain't even you have no reason out there. That ain't your independence. What you celebrating? Exactly. You just lost your life for no reason at all whatsoever. Just lost your life.
Yep.
You got no reason to be out there.
None at all. Hey, play my next video. Here's an example of the Negroes going wild. I had to fight to get this one because I think somebody tried to delete it. Because it's so shameful, but you know how we are. We quick with the button.
Yeah.
We got sound on that? Huh? Okay. I need the sound. The sound is where it's at. Listen to the Nookers acting crazy. This was actually, what was it? 4th night. The 4th of July that night. Negroes went crazy. It sounded like gunshots was outside my damn door. Wow. That's how crazy Negroes went.
All night.
Just like in New York. When they had the daggone ball drop, this sounded like a shootout was right there.
The same thing my
black folks. Telling you, man. God is angry.
And this says Charlotte.
Yeah.
It ain't saying Charlotte.
Oh, no, I ain't even realize that.
It says Charlotte.
I ain't even realize. I never, like lit up on fire.
Yeah, they was acting a fool. That's what it was.
Wow.
It was lit all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Play that thing, man. A fight. This is a fight that broke out downtown. Back it up again. Go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let it ride. Just listen. Go ahead.
Oh shit! I love my city.
You hear the Negro?
He said, wow.
He loved. Hold it. That's what I needed.
Wow.
I love my city. I love my city. Come on, brothers, what y'all gonna say about that, man?
When did the nigga own a city? That's the first thing I want to know.
It's like a competition. I see the sickness. It's like a competition. Like we putting Charlotte on the map for being 100% full-blown nigga.
Right.
That's basically what's happening.
That's it.
They look at other cities because
Right.
you know New York got this quote unquote reputation for being bad and all of
Yeah.
that, and then you got other cities that want to compete with it or be a little bit worse or whatever. And say, no, look at us, we're the rough ones, we're the bad ones, and such as if that really counts. So when you see people acting rambunctious and crazy on this level here, they actually think that that's gonna put Charlotte on the map in their mind for niggerdom.
Right.
Wow.
This is where we at. Go ahead, let it play on some more.
Charlotte.
Yeah, this is crazy.
That was it.
Look at the dude with the blue sweater on. He going in. Look.
He's swinging for
He's
his life.
swinging. He going wild. I love my city.
Bishop.
Yeah.
And this is pause it. This is.
I know you got to talk. Y'all got to get it in.
This is exactly what you brought out in Proverbs 14 and 12. Where
Right.
he said, the way seem. Let me just read it real quick. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. They think 4th of July is right to go out there, have a good time,
There
do
you
whatever
go.
they doing, the nonsense.
Yep.
They think that is right, but the end thereof is death. You've seen all the murders that happened, the fight, because, again, like I said, there's no reason for y'all to be out there at all. This has absolutely nothing to do with you. In 1776, our people was in chains and shackles, being beat, being whipped, and now you out here celebrating their independence. It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, this is crazy. Well, you got anything, Ehud?
No, I'm flabbergasted.
I love my city.
I can't believe this thing because, like the officer said,
Yeah.
not just 4th of July, but this man is basically he couldn't wait for that fight. That's why he had the camera out. He knew it was gonna happen. He couldn't wait to see his own people run the riot, and put it on and put it out for the whole world to see. You should be other than the president, you should be ashamed of this thing. But he out here recording and saying, "I love my city."
Hey,
look what Charlotte doing.
Also, I seen another video. I seen another video where a man was going through the actual cities in North Carolina, and he started from 10 all the way down to 1, where he was talking about what's the worst city to live in, but that's their gauge of how things Charlotte. That's their gauge of how things are supposed to be. All negativity. Ain't nothing good about that. Why do you want to know what's the worst place to live in? How about the best place to live in? The best place to raise up a family? But our people don't think like that.
Right.
I know the cops was pissed the hell off. Have to
bet
work that, to have to work that mess. I know they couldn't say it, but I know they were pissed off.
Yeah, I think I seen one cop. I seen like one officer in there trying to subdue somebody, and he was Jake.
They got to put their life in they got to put their life on the line for niggerdom that they know is going to happen. They know it's going to happen. They got to go out there.
And they're trying to bid to have that day off too. I'm dead. They fighting over it and say, you getting stuck to work that detail and da-da-da-da-da. All that's going down. It's crazy. It ain't funny. It's absolutely horrible.
And Bishop, it also goes back to what you mentioned about how they targeting the kids because it says Charlotte teens.
Yeah.
So this is at the bottom. It says teens. So it's not. This is letting you know that the demographic, the audience.
Yes.
This is the audience is to what the youth. Yeah. Be lit like us. Be rioters like us. Want to fight and run just violence like us.
Charlotte Brawl. I'm looking at that at the bottom.
Yeah,
Charlotte Brawl.
Crazy.
It's a doggone shame. That's the equivalent of throwing a chair and the Negroes start fighting.
Right.
That's what what the fireworks do. The fireworks go off, niggas start fighting. Look at that Charlotte Brawl. This is crazy. This is the time that we're in. We are in these sick times, brothers. Wow. Hey, put up my next picture.
Hey, Bishop,
yeah. Before we move on, what y'all got?
Can I get a script before?
Yeah. Come on.
Proverbs. It's just right in front of me. Proverbs 15, verse 21.
Okay.
This is what we just witnessed right here.
Proverbs chapter 15. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom.
It says folly is joy. Our people love folly. Our people love this nonsense. Because we lack the understanding. We lack the understanding that our parents should have taught us, that they parents should have taught them. We lack the understanding of the Bible, and it brings folly into our community to a point where we love that thing. We love to see our people fight each other and kill each other. We love that thing. It's a joy to us. Oh, look at I love my city. I love my city. It's a joy to us. Read it again.
Folly is joy to him that is destitute.
And that's why, because we are destitute of wisdom. We are destitute of these commandments. Read.
But a man of understanding walking uprightly.
But how we supposed to be? We supposed to be walking what uprightly. We should scoff at something like that. We should ain't no way we should want to be a part of something like that. We should be trying to get rid of that, if anything, not broadcast it for the whole world to see.
Right.
That's all I got.
Right.
Yes. All praise to the Most High. Put this posting up here. Bishop Nathaniel had put this up on Twitter, and I ran across it almost like at the last minute. I said, I got to throw this in here because this right here just makes the point clear about what this lesson is about. Part 1 and part 2. Okay, show it up on there. It is. Come on, give it to me.
It says, you can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one.
In other words, you keep on dabbling back in your sins, back into your evil. Right. In other words, all of us can repent. All of us can change, but we got to be serious about it, which is why I'm making a point about us. Us as men, as fathers, as mothers, we have to be serious about not allowing our houses to go down the wrong path, okay? And it's going to take a lot of work. I know many of us got excuses. Both parents work, this and that and the other. Whatever it is, we still have to you got to make the means.
Right.
If this is a situation where you know that your children have to be the ones that's got to take over when you go. If we don't do this, we will lose. I have to sound the alarm because sometimes we're not thinking about how important it is that we have to get to these children. This is our offspring. These are the ones that are supposed to carry when we get sick, old, and all of that. They got to be in the right mind. But our enemies, because we've been bull crapping for so many decades, like I pointed out in the first part, we've been bull crapping, and we've allowed all kind of things to just slip right through our fingers. By the time we woke up from the sleep, the enemy had already had the minds of all our children, of all our men, women, turn them into homos, thugs, what up, bang, all that madness. Yeah. By the time the rap music, they took over music. Now it's completely filthy. They took over television. Now it's black evil television. Right. Everything that brothers fought for in the 60s and the 70s, we lost it all because we went to sleep. Right. Once the hard times created the strong men, the strong men put things in place, was trying to turn things around, and then when the strong men brought forth the good times made us lazy. In other words, we did not stay with our finger on the spiritual trigger to make sure that our children continue. You can never take your mind off the enemy. Right. I don't care how quote-unquote good things seem to be, because the enemy is always waiting for an opportunity to take you out. Mm-hmm. And what happened is we went to sleep, we laid back, and by the time you realize it, your children were gone. Social media had completely wound their minds up. Yep. Filthy videos, television, movies, you name it, all homo, every damn thing have basically separated our children away from us. And to many of us, it's too damn late, because some of our children are completely gone. That is within that same time period, to prove what I'm saying, within that same time period of what the gains of the 60s and in the 70s, the enemy came in and came forth with that policy to bring the dope into the community and round our brothers up and put them in jail. And if you look at that documentary called 13, you see how the graph right after the 70s, that daggone thing went up like this, skyrocketed. The numbers went boom of just the people being locked up. You're not even talking about the people on crack, the people that's not even in the jails yet. You're not talking about the people that's in the psych units. You're not talking about the people that have turned to homos and all of that. You're not talking about the divorce rates and the children being born with no fathers. All of those are extra. Those are extra things on top of the prison boom. Why? Because we got lazy. We leaned back. We thought things were all right. And by the time we realized it, we looked up. Now you got the women. A lot of women are realizing, say, where's our husbands at? Right. Now they all over the social media crying, talking about where our men at. Right. Because we went to sleep. Men and women, we all went to sleep and just allowed all of the gains that we were trying to do. We've said, oh, we good. We're in heaven now. Just like that brother said, we think we're in heaven. And talking about the bodyguard to Malcolm X.
Right.
He said that's what the problem is. We think we're in heaven now. Them brothers realized the descent right there. And we didn't care.
Right.
Then they came out with these wicked television sitcoms, My Two Dads. We didn't even pay attention to stuff like that. Two and a Half Men, stuff like that.
Right.
You know, okay? These so-called sitcoms where you have the woman running over the men.
Right.
Comedy and all that kind of mess that just put us all to sleep. And while that was happening, the perverted, evil demon enemy came in and took our children away from us. Right. Now, by the time we realize it, the kids can't even relate to us anymore.
Right.
So there you go.
Yep.
That's what's happening.
Yep.
That's what's going on. So, like I said, we ain't seen nothing yet. The situation is so bad now. By the time you really realize the path that they're going in, you're gonna be sick. You're gonna be sick. You wonder why all these girls are missing. That's a whole nother chat. We gonna deal with that. All these girls that's missing, boys missing too. All of that. Because there's a thing that I thought about earlier. Usually when people go missing, there's a database that all of these people get put into. Like, for instance, I know I'm going back on a lot of y'all. When they had the Atlanta child murders, that's the thing that I can think about. And I think that was like in the 80s. It goes back. It goes back like in the 80s. I remember in the Atlanta, like in the early 80s, okay, you had a situation of men, boys, black men, being killed, murdered. And then they were finding their bodies in water, woods, and all types of stuff. And every one that they found, they was documenting that said, your son is dead, this one is dead. So they had a record of all of these people that were missing. Okay? My point is, how is it that we have thousands and thousands of our girls and boys that are missing? There's campaigns. You see, we do the thing all like we always do. We have to put the missing persons posters up.
Yes, sir.
Where is the records on where they are? What I mean by that is that we're talking about thousands and thousands of girls missing. Where are they going? Are they turning up dead? Nobody knows. Right. Where are they? That's the question. They didn't just vanish. Right. How in the hell are you going to have thousands of girls missing and you don't hear nothing from the parents? I mean, too much, I'm saying. I mean, because we're not connected in that agency. Maybe they have a database somewhere, but you would figure that if they found half of them, there'd be some kind of notification. Regina such and such, or this one, Tanisha such and such have been found. We don't hear too much of that at all. Right. They're just missing. Where are they? You mean to tell me these people have not went to the hospital for nothing? Mm-hmm. The minute they would show up in the hospital, boom, you got it. You found them. The minute they cash a check or spend some money with a credit card, where are they? Where are these people? The question, that's the point. They're not dead. If they're dead, somebody would find some remains, something to come up. Right. You don't even hear too much about the deaths of these women. Right. So where are they? The men too. You don't hear about. The question is, where are they? You know where they are? A good majority of them, they're in that underground world that you parents have no idea. Right. Because your children was playing around on these computers and got suckered in, got swept up in a van or ran with some group or whatever, and they're gone and you never heard from them again. Right. And they're in that thing. A lot of them are alive, but they're in wickedness. Right. We're going to show you some of the stuff that they're into.
And Bishop, just the video you just posted about that in Charlotte happened in Charlotte. All those was kids. Mm-hmm. All those was teenagers. They had parents. Their parents was down there. So to your point, that's how easy we make it for the enemy. Right. Now we'll make up madness. We'll all come together and there's no account for nobody. Exactly. No accountability of nobody. Where all of a sudden, now Johnny didn't come home. Right. You know, now Tyrone didn't come home. Exactly. And now we're looking for him. Or Keisha didn't come home. Right, right. Hey, while we on that vein, go to my article. I'm gonna skip a video for a second. Go to that article about the missing girls. I didn't even get a chance to proofread this thing yet. But I just want to just read some of this here. This is girls in DC are not missing. Oh my, I didn't even realize that. Girls in D.C. Now, they just talking about in D.C. In D.C. are not missing. They are being disappeared.
Girls in D.C. are not missing. They are being disappeared. Mm-hmm. Yasmin Vafa and Neil Irvin. Mm-hmm. Huffington Post.
Right. That's the people that wrote it or whatever. The people work for this news article. Read.
Recently, the Metropolitan Police Department began using social media to help publicize information about individuals who go missing in the District of Columbia.
Why is it that the police have to use social media? Because they're tracking their behavior. Because many of them that's what they were using. Their social. That's mainly how a lot of detectives and so forth find out where people. They said they go to their social media because that is the hotbed of information. That's the footprint to damn near everybody. That's like the fingerprints of people. So they go to the social media. If you want to find the best information about a person, they say go to their social media. So that's what they're doing. So which is letting you know that everybody is connected to that thing. Okay, go ahead.
As a result, there has been growing attention surrounding the number of children, particularly black and Latinx.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
Yeah.
I
Latin girls, I guess
right,
it was
Latin
black
girls.
and Latin girls,
Right.
who has gone missing in response to community outcry.
Hold it.
Yeah,
Black,
that's a key point,
yeah,
man.
black and Latino girls have gone missing. Go ahead.
In response to community outcry, the mayor has launched a task force designed to address the needs of runaway youth.
So these girls are running away. They are running away. Why are they running away? Because they have been fooled by what's on their social media to disassociate themselves with their parents and get lost in something. And who knows where these girls are going, and boys too. And like I said, there's whole underground worlds that our people don't even really know about, but they're out here. We're gonna show you some. Go ahead.
And to commit resources to support organizations serving vulnerable children in the district.
So they're saying that like because you might have some organizations that like we're trying to find out where these girls are, but they didn't want to give us any resources, so that's a whole nother topic. But anyway, our concern is about trying to find our children. Okay, let's see. So like I said. I'm just trying to look at some other parts in this here. All right, let's go back. I got a whole lot in here, but I didn't highlight any of this, and I wanted to go through this article. Advocates provide. All right. We'll come out of that. Do you see anything in there? I didn't even get a chance to highlight anything in this article, by the way.
Let's just read the second paragraph.
Okay,
Go back up.
Yeah.
For those of us who work with and on issues impacting marginalized children every day, the increased attention on vulnerable girls, especially girls of color, has been a double-edged sword. Wow. While this newfound attention has certainly placed the safety of traditional marginalized youth at the center of people.
Marginalized youth. That's our people because they're on the fringes of society. They're not quite citizens. They're more like denizens and like on the fringes of society. That's the marginalized. They're not fully. They don't really have the education. You understand? That's what they're saying. They're like outcasts.
Right.
Go ahead.
That's why I said vulnerable girls.
Right.
Okay. They vulnerable out there. Okay. And it said especially girls of color. See, we think this just happening to the Amber Alerts and to these white girls.
Exactly.
Think they going out partying, acting wild, doing. No, this happened to our very own
Exactly.
black and Hispanic.
Right.
Right, because it's our sisters that's the ones that's over sexualizing themselves, like Bishop mentioned, on TikTok and all these social media. That's why they vulnerable. They putting themselves out there. Like what the brothers say out there, they got a menu now. They just look on Instagram menu.
Damn.
I don't swipe.
Those are
swipe,
pimps.
Right, swipe left. I don't want that one.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Those are pimps and predators. Those are the kinds of people that's doing that because they're literally looking at basically like they're going shopping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looking for
Yes,
different
sir.
ones.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And their value is only good for about 2 months. That's about it.
Yep.
Hey, Bishop, can we jump down to the third paragraph?
Yes,
It's
sir.
a
That's
lot
what-
of information.
That's what I
on
want to
this
say. Help me out, bro. Help me out.
Hold
I
on,
was trying to put all of this together all in one shot, and I ain't had a chance. Go ahead.
Listen. For those of us who work with and on issues impacting marginalized children every day, the increased attention on vulnerable girls, especially girls of color, has been a double-edged sword. While this newfound attention has certainly placed the safety of traditional marginalized youth at the center of people's focus, the tropes, myths, the tropes, myths, and misunderstandings about girls of color in the communities they come from has permeated the public narrative surrounding the missing children in D.C.
So they're just talking about in D.C., but you can guarantee this is all over the country and all over the world.
All over.
Don't just think it's D.C. DC just talking about it, but this is everywhere.
Right.
Overseas, everywhere. There's a huge market for these disenfranchised, marginalized girls.
Israelite girls.
Israelite girls. And even when they bring out documentaries, because I got one way at the end, that they show some Edomites in there. And you'll think that, because they'll bring it up because a lot of them are caught up in it. But believe me, that is nowhere close to the number of where it comes to our girls and our boys.
Right.
It's just like that one, I forget her name. It was this one white girl that went missing, and they had a whole campaign searching for her. Meanwhile, hundreds and thousands of black girls were missing, and nobody really cared. For the white girl, it was all in the media and all types of stuff where they were looking for her. Remember that? I remember. I can't remember her name, but it was some big thing about this one white girl. But nobody was paying attention to the black girls that were missing.
Right.
Okay?
Man.
So by the time you see them talk about a white woman or a couple of white girls, believe me, there's hundreds of thousands of black girls that nobody give a damn about.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
All right, jump down to the third one. For girls of color, girls who experience and witness violence, girls in the child welfare or juvenile justice systems.
Hey, that part there, hold it, that juvenile, hey, listen to me. There was a video that we played, I think we were still in Concord, where there was a sister that was locked up, and the pimp was sending her money, so when she got out, she had a place to go. Because the pimp that was on the outside was putting money on her commissary.
Right.
And he was befriending her with letters.
Wow.
So when she got out, she instantly went to work for him.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For girls of color, girls who experience and witness violence, girls in the child welfare or juvenile justice systems, and LBTGNC girls, there are few spaces where they can be safe and free. Girls of color, particularly black girls, are pushed out of school through
suspensions because they got problems at home, and they get in fights and all that, and they get kicked out. Go ahead.
Expulsions and
Being expelled. Some of them don't even get to go back to school. Go ahead.
And unfair disciplinary practices.
Meaning they get suspended when others get a slap on the wrist.
exactly.
That's what it's talking about. Go ahead.
As a result of stereotypes.
As a result of is this some heavy stuff? As a result, you know what? You are more violent than the white girl, so we have to be harsher on you.
And Bishop, they literally telling us what's I guess the prerequisite of starting. What you talking about the sex slaves?
Yep.
This is the beginning stages of all that.
This is
the beginning stages of what our women, our little young girls go through. And the end result is getting trafficked into that underworld.
That's where they go, man. When there's some of this underworld stuff, y'all ain't gonna believe it. I already know where they go. They're gonna be like, no, my baby wouldn't end up there. Right. Trust me. They got a full economy for these kinds of dungeon type of things where our children are going to eventually end up. Like I said, ask the question, where is thousands and thousands of these girls at?
That's heavy, Bishop.
Where they at?
You go to any Walmart, you see a whole
wall of
full
them.
of faces.
How come you hear no update on them?
Damn.
Every Walmart got a wall full of faces.
They're going Craigslist or some kind of thing, and they say, well, you can post your Instagram, such and such, fly out to so-and-so, you fly and you never see them again. Right. And they are in all kinds of amateur porn, all types of stuff. I'm telling you, it's crazy. That's what's out here, and that's just on the women. On the men, they're doing the same thing as well.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
As a result of stereotypes and implicit racial and gender biases, girls in the child welfare system often experience abuse, neglect, and sexual violence at the hands of foster care providers who are charged with their protection.
Who's supposed to be protecting them, they end up sexually violating these same girls. Yep. Right. That happens in prisons. That happens in these so-called halfway houses and all that, because they say nobody cares about them.
Right.
They say ain't nobody come looking for you. Nobody's caring about. Let me just go ahead and do my nastiness with you, and you get a few extra this and few that. All that kind of mess is going on in some of these places. Even in the prisons, a lot of correction officers get busted for having sex with the inmates. A lot of them. Yep. Lots of them, and there's a constant turnaround. Yep. I haven't checked it out recently, but I guess if I look it up, it's still going on. Oh, yeah. Many of the prison of the correction officers was getting busted in the female prisons because they getting connected with them. Some of them even having babies and all of that.
Damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the constant turnaround. Constant turnaround.
You didn't go in there pregnant, but somehow you
You end up
Right,
pregnant.
right.
And that's a huge lawsuit. That's a huge lawsuit. So they end up firing the people, getting rid of them. Go ahead.
Girls of color and LBT, G, and C girls are
Yeah,
also.
I don't know what all those letters mean. I have to look it up. Lesbian, bisexual, trans.
I don't know the
We know it ain't good.
Lord have mercy.
I guess
Go ahead,
the GC
man.
Might be
Girls are
transformed.
Yeah.
Transformers.
Lord have mercy. Go ahead, man.
girls are also more likely to be funneled through an abuse to prison pipeline.
That's the point where they're the prison pipeline. That's where they end up in the prisons, and matters are even worse. But it all begins. My point behind what we're bringing out is that the way that seemeth right unto them is when they started getting the likes. You had your daughter had a friend, a no good, wicked ass friend that said, hey, look at this. Get involved in this here. So and so likes you or something. That's all it takes is something like that to get you out of the discipline that your parents tried to bring you in, and that begins to take you on a whole journey until your butt ended up right here.
Yep. And Bishop, it don't have to be nothing crazy. Just
No.
simple. Hey, hit this joint.
Exactly.
Next thing you know, the joint laced with something.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. That's it. Hey, that's in my lesson. That's in there. Well, this kid named Morris, is coming up in the videos. He got in trouble by riding with some friends who was smoking marijuana. And he went home and punched the holes in the walls.
Wow.
And they had to call the authorities on him. Now he's getting booked. And that's when his problems just began.
One bad decision.
One bad decision, you know? Go ahead. Is there a little more on it?
That last.
Okay, yes, sir. I'll finish
That
up.
criminalizes.
Abuse to prison pipeline that criminalized them for suffering violence rather than understanding their behavior as a response to layered and complex trauma.
Layered trauma. Layered trauma. Daddy ain't got no job.
Right.
Mama did this. Daddy did this. I'm failing in school. We don't have money to eat. My brother's in jail. So those are layered traumas. And even things that happen to them personally are extra traumas on top of traumas.
Right. Right.
That's what this is talking about.
And it start off with a little small stuff.
little
like,
small stuff.
Because it might be like, oh, look how she dressing.
Right.
Why she wearing a dress?
Right.
You know. And you think about it, we do have some Israelite kids that's in the public schools. We pray that they bring them out of them schools and homeschool them. But the peer pressure of just, oh, she ain't got on Jordan. What kind of shoes she got on?
Right.
You know,
Right.
All of that.
oh, look at her hair. Why she got that head wrap on her head?
Right.
You know, not realizing we trying to protect her from the wickedness and the darkness that's set up in the midst of her.
You see
know?
how hard we got to go to like protect these brothers and sisters, our children. We got to fight so hard because there's so much being projected towards them to destroy them. And I'm saying it's a concerted effort by our enemies. Seriously, by our enemies. Let me make this statement here real quick because I was trying to remember it as y'all was going, because y'all was going in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the road, like you said, you might have your little son, your little daughter, and they're talking with their classmates or whatever, or people in the yard at the schoolyard or whatever, wherever they may be
Right.
at, or social media or whatever. Oh, you should try this or you should try that, and it sounds, like the scripture that we just read, the things that seemeth right unto
Seemeth right,
they
right.
they don't really see that there's a real danger of a smile will turn into complete death. Because at the end, what is the purpose of a smile? The smile is to lower your defenses, to make you think that they're your friend.
Yeah.
But in the reality, they're trying to deceive you and pull you into destruction. And when your butt is in jail, the same people that lured you, you don't even see them. They ain't visiting you or nothing.
No call or nothing.
No call or nothing.
Right.
And then here's the thing. When all of them get to the end of the road, when they realize that they're sitting in a damn basement with some pervert
Right.
chained up, or even worse. Well, I can't even say ain't nothing much worse than that. But when they end up in jail,
Right.
and they look, when they get in jail, they look around and they see a whole lot of people look just like them. And the reality is, damn, you mean to tell me we all fell for the same Kool-Aid?
Right.
Yeah.
Here we are all together, and this is all of the roads led to this. That's what we're trying to let you parents know about these kids, because they don't know the road that they're on. But somehow the jail stay packed.
Right.
The prison stay packed. The psych unit stay packed. Because they're coming in there. Because of these very things that you don't see as serious indicators of what's happening to our children.
Right.
Go ahead.
Because of that underlying trauma. Bishop, can I show you a
Yes,
video?
sir.
That
Absolutely.
underlying.
Yeah.
Hey, I just posted a video. Can y'all play it? I know it was a Facebook one. Can y'all play it? So, all right, before y'all play it, go back to the article real quick. I just want to remind them of why I'm bringing this up. The underlying trauma part. Go back to the
the
article.
The article that we had up there. All praises.
All right, go to third paragraph. Go down. Third paragraph. The underlying trauma. All right. Funnel criminalization, suffering, response. Okay, there you go. Abuse to prison pipeline that criminalized them for suffering violence rather than understanding their behavior as a response to layered and complex trauma. Now go to the video. I want to show you where some of this trauma comes from. And it starts from young, and it comes from the same people that's supposed to protect and love you.
Right.
Now watch this. This is a little baby to her mom. So it starts from very young. Trauma, underlying trauma. I don't want. All right, just play the video.
All right.
We got it.
Post shit, right? Your daddy wanna post
Whoa.
shit, right? He wanna fucking post shit and I answer the goddamn phone.
Whoa.
Teoposley was
Hold
arrested
up,
in
hold up,
2020.
Stop.
Wait. Brothers and sisters, I know this was. I didn't even know this was coming up. I know people know that we don't advocate. I ain't got to say
Violence,
that. People,
right.
They
We
know all
disclaim
that.
it.
But
They
we
know
got to
about
show these things.
Right.
We got to show
We got
these
to.
things.
We got to,
got to
Bishop.
show these things, man. But this right here just took me by surprise.
So,
wow.
so the kids end up deviating from their parents because their parents treated them like crap from a toddler. This is a, and you hear what she's talking about. She's talking about the baby father.
father.
But this baby don't know nothing about that. The
Right,
baby's still
roll
sucking-
it again. I ain't mean to interrupt the flow, man. You hit me with the shock.
So underlying trauma, and then we just remember. Y'all remember back? I can't remember the sister's name. Back in New York, the sister that murdered her 3-4-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Anybody remember her name?
How long ago?
It just happened not too long ago, Bishop. Okay. But don't worry. I know I don't want to bring up something that I can't remember. But go ahead, just play this video again. This
start again.
underlying trauma. This is where it starts at, from people that's supposed to be protecting you.
Post shit, right? Your daddy wanna post shit, right? He wanna fucking post shit and I answer the goddamn phone. I hate your ass.
Teoposley was
I hate
arrested
you.
in 2020, but now is back out living her best life. TikTok, please do your thing. Resurface this video.
All right, that's
People
enough.
need to know who
That's
she
enough.
is.
That's enough. Stop.
So who's that?
No,
that's the
good.
mother.
That's the mother right there.
That's the mother.
That's the mother that
That's
was
the
just
part I wanted to see because it need to be
This is.
So my point in all that is showing you that these girls and even boys too, they get abused. What did it say? Abuse to prison pipeline.
Right.
So they're getting abused at home. You know, they don't have anybody to protect them. They can't even trust the person that gave birth to them. And now they go out there into the streets and they start dealing with all these men or OGs, whatever you want to call them, pimps. They start looking to them for guidance. And next thing you know, they in prisons. They messed up. They over-sexualized, they become prostitutes, all of this stuff because there's no real leaders. There's no real guidance in the communities.
That's the point right there.
Right.
This-
Because what's going to happen? What's going to happen? She like the officer said, she's not. The baby still got a damn diaper on. So that means all the way up to her upbringing, she's gonna be shown that hatred. So that any inkling of anything that might seem right to her, this like if it's a smile, if it's just a gesture or anything, she gonna run to it. And then and the reason we bring
she's not getting it at home.
she's not getting it at
And
home.
that's and
Right.
you know the
layer.
wicked this wicked underground system, they know that.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's the
They
point.
set the society up that way where you
Right.
where you're trying to bring your children up, and the discipline is what makes them quote unquote run away. You understand? And then they say, "Well, we're your friends. We understand you and all of that.
Yup.
come over here.
Damn, come over here."
Right.
And it's all to deceive. Hey, go back to that article. 'Cause I was skimming through some more of it. Go back to that article. I'm going to read the very next paragraph. Back to the article. Move down.
I think we are at paragraph 4 now, if it's the very next one.
It says as advocates. Jump down. Right there. Coming up right there. Read that.
Yes, sir. As advocates and providers who work to end gender-based violence, we cringe when we read news reports that suggest that girls who are chronic runaways or who
voluntarily leave their homes are somehow less deserving of empathy and compassion than girls who are kidnapped. That's heavy right there. Because they're making the point, they're saying, well, she shouldn't have ran. In other words, the chronic runaway, or the ones who, quote unquote, voluntarily just leave, they don't get the same sympathy or the empathy, like it says here, as the same ones who are kidnapped in a van. But they both are running. They both are away from their parents. In other words, there is situations that deal with that top part, and that's what the rest of this paragraph deals with. Obviously, somebody that's kidnapped is going to get some serious attention. You're like, you took my daughter, and my daughter wasn't even trying to go with your wicked behind, such and such. So there will definitely be a serious outcry to get them back. She was kicking and screaming, such and such. So you know people going to fight for that. But then they won't have that same compassion and empathy for someone who is a quote unquote chronic runaway or who voluntarily leave. That's what this part of is saying here. So read on.
In our work, we know that when girls run, they are often running from something or running to something.
They're running from, that's what we want to get into what the something is. The something could be abuse, could be child abuse, could be sexual abuse. It could be that, or it could be discipline.
Right. Yes, sir.
That's why I wanted to read this, because a lot of times they say, I want to get away from daddy because he's too strict. I want to get away from mommy because he's too strict. When those people run away, you're still thinking that they they deserve some kind of sympathy or something. Read that thing again. Let me get my thoughts back together.
Yes, sir. As advocates and providers who work to end gender-based violence,
you got to go that high. In our work.
In our work, we know that when girls run, they are often running from something.
They're running from either it's child abuse or whatever, because you do have those situations, or they're running from parents that's really trying to put some sense into their head, and they've been following this wickedness on social media, and now they got an animus against their own parents. Go ahead.
Or running to something.
Or they're running to who they think they are, their friends. There's a way that seemeth right unto them, but the end thereof is the way of death. Go ahead.
Many girls run away from home because they are experiencing abuse. They are
when you talk about here we go again. You're trying to discipline your child in righteousness. They call that abuse. See, we got to be careful with these words.
Right.
And then make the child think that the child is being abused when you're really trying to keep them from being destroyed. And then they say, "Oh, you can't discipline your children anymore." This is the same thing. So the child end up leaving there also, and end up destroyed, end up in jail, or end up in some daggone amateur porn madness, used and abused and all types of used up. That's what's happening. That's what we're talking about. A lot of these missing girls are there. Yes, I know, because I saw somebody posted that that they're being what they call it, organ harvest and all that. Yeah, you got a few of that. I know that's what you got some of that. So I know there's a percentage of our sisters that are really just being butchered and killed and all the rest of it. Same thing with our brothers, they're being killed and butchered and all the rest of it. But a good portion of those same missing girls are caught up in these underworld sick societies that many of y'all don't even know exist.
It's all evil.
I'm telling you. Because like I said, how come you don't hear nothing?
That's what I was just thinking.
How come you don't hear anything?
That means they still alive.
You cannot go into a hospital and they're not running your records. Even they put you as John Doe, something, they're going to find out something about you.
Some dental records, something.
It's something. They're going to know something. How is it that we're not hearing anything about all of these girls that's missing? You mean to tell me they did not pass any kind of credit card anywhere? All of that.
Because it's not like we talk
just
about
can't fall off the grid. Right. You can't fall off the grid. You can't really get off the grid these days. Go ahead.
Many girls run away from home because they are experiencing abuse. They are unwelcome, or they are running to meet basic needs denied them due to poverty or neglect.
Basic needs is the pimp. The pimp says, "Don't worry, I got you." The drug dealer, "I got you." Yo, this thing runs deep, man. They give some of these girls a couple of $1,000s to put their butt up in the air with a camera on it, and they think they something because they showed some picture on Instagram or something. You understand? That's big money to somebody that ain't never had nothing. And they'll fly them out somewhere. Yeah, I'm telling you, the underground world in this situation is crazy. Y'all gonna see some of that stuff. Go on.
Or they are running to meet basic needs denied them due to poverty or neglect. Girls in the child welfare system.
How come they didn't put discipline here? I'm curious why they didn't. They put all of this stuff here for the negative, child abuse. Because you're not supposed to be in a situation of child abuse, violence, or anything like that. But what about I bet you the mass majority of those girls have left because their parents were serious about bringing them up properly. And they were influenced by this evil social media to disassociate themselves from parents that's trying to really bring them up. And this is what I'm talking about in this lesson here. We got to fight to keep them in this gospel, to keep them in this truth, because that's what's on the other side of it. This stuff that we talk about, that's what they're going to get. Right. We're going to get these parts in there. We're going to move on. Go ahead.
Girls in the child welfare system often run to escape group homes or foster care placements that are violent or unsafe. Victims of domestic and child sex trafficking often run because they are threatened or under the psychology control of a trafficker. For girls, running away has become a form of preservation and a natural response to coping with situations of abuse or trauma.
Right. Now, those are in some cases. Some cases you do have those kinds of situations. But again, do not think that that's the majority of these so-called runaways and chronic and these people that leave voluntarily. Some of them do not want to be disciplined by their parents because they've been influenced by the evil what's on these phones, what's in these computers, what's in these evil sitcoms, and all of this kind of stuff that your children are involved in.
Right.
They got certain apps on their phones that their parents don't know nothing about what they're doing.
Because Bishop, where's they getting that? Where is they getting the example of the self-preservation? They getting it from social media.
Exactly.
They ain't getting it from the parents because the parents at home.
Exactly.
So they getting it from what? Outside source.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right, we're going to come out of this because we got a lot of work to do. Play my next video. I was going to skip this, but I'm just going to mention the link and I'll just tell you what it's about. Just show it on the screen here. You got the thumbnail there. I just wanted them to see the actual thumbnail. Well, they didn't need to see me up there. But anyway, my point is, just make a note of this video, okay? I don't know if we can just make the note, because I ain't going to play it, because I think I have like a segment of it that I'm speaking about. Well, play a little bit of it, just a little bit, so that people will know why I suggested this video. Did I give you the time marks? Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So, one of my favorite scriptures is about division. Captain Isaac, can we get that?
That's how long ago it was. Isaac was a captain.
I love talking about vision. Because without vision, you can't do anything. You're just like a blind man in a box with no glasses, no nothing. You have to have vision.
This is what it's going to take to get
pause it
for a second. This is what it's going to take to get our people off the wrong track and get them back where they need to be, because the Bible has the solution to our people's problems. That's what I'm bringing out here. Go ahead, brothers.
29 and 18, I think it's something like that.
So
Proverbs 29 and verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
The scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish. How is that so? Think about it. See, most of y'all know how I deal, right? I don't just put the scripture out there. I want to get the meat off the bones.
So pause it, because I ain't going to spend time. That's the name of the video. Brothers and sisters, when you get a chance, plug that in and go and check that video out. It was an opening to a class that Bishop had taught. So the brothers thought it was important to make a short video out of that. So that's when I was speaking about the vision and thinking of righteous leadership, because that's what it's going to take to put this nation on track. So I'm not going to play any more of that. So all praise to the Most High. We understand that. Check that out, and that's going to help get us to where we need to be. All right, so we're talking about leadership, right? Give me my next video. I do want to play this. Because we do have a hard job as leaders. We have to be able to paint that vision. We have to be able to paint that walkway. Like when we talk about the Welcome Home book, these are the beginning steps to our walk in righteousness. It takes leadership to set that up and to make that possible for our brothers and sisters to come home. Okay, so Gil Noble is going to give you some idea about the difficulty of leadership, because like the Bible says in the New Testament, it says, pray for us, because we do have a hard job. We're really trying to save our people. There's a concerted effort by all of these sick societies to try to really destroy the nation of Israel. And I'm sounding the alarm. I'm just going to tell you straight. I'm not going to sit here and act like everything is all right. I know that there is a war to destroy our nation. And the best way to do it is to kill off our children. When that Edomite once said that, I never forgot that thing. He said that. He said that the Israelite, he called it, he's like the Israelite organization or movement. That's how he put it. But what he really meant was the nation of Israel. He said that the Israelite movement, because he called us a movement, he said is a fractured organization. And I didn't need to hear him talk no more. Don't lose your point. I did not need him to talk no more. I understood what that devil meant. Yep. He meant to say that we going to get your children. Yep. We're going to shave your children off from you. So when you older ones die out, you have no seed left.
All right. Yep.
Damn.
That's exactly what I wanted to say, Bishop. That was pretty much a threat.
That's how I took it.
It was an underlying threat, but you caught it. All praise to the Most High.
I caught that down, and I put that thing in every ear that I could find. Every deacon, the bishop, I put that captain, I put that thing out there. All praise to the Lord, not to me. All praise to the Lord, because that's exactly what this thing is about. Haman, Malone, all of them are about trying to destroy all of these wicked preachers these in synagogues and all that. There's a concerted effort. The movie industry, the social media, all of it is designed to destroy and to make us as slaves. That's all they want from us. They do not want us having any kind of mind to do anything in righteousness. That one statement woke me up. Well, I always knew that anyway. But when he said it, I said, the gall, this man actually is saying it. So there you go.
Yeah, that's the same thing they done to us coming off those cargo slave ships.
Right.
Okay. Killed off the elders.
There you go.
Okay.
Man, you're right on point, Captain.
Killed off
you're
the
right on
elders.
point. That's exactly the deal. So it's letting you know what kind of people we dealing with. Letting you know what kind of people we deal with. Basically have the mentality of slave masters. Okay.
And that's why Esau was so proud. He was so confident in saying that, because he thinks that it's gonna always be somebody that raises up throughout the years, but they'll die off and we just keep everything running.
And these supposed to be. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, but what they don't realize is that this Bible is true, and all that's gonna come to an end. It's coming to an end right now.
Right. Exactly.
That's what they don't believe.
Right.
He's so confident because it worked before.
Right.
Exactly.
Black Panthers. All you gotta do is put certain things, the white woman, whatever the case may be,
drugs,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they supposed to be Christians. This man that said this is supposed to be a Christian. He's supposed to be God-fearing and loving all people, but yet he wants to put out an edict basically to destroy the black people who we were slaves to them. What kind of Bible are these devils reading? Making you think that they are about the Bible and they're literally wishing death on the people that they enslaved. If we're not in slavery, because they ain't saying it's about those Negroes in that urban apologetic mess.
No.
They really, but they mean death for them, but they ain't saying it. They're lullabying them too.
Yep.
The way that seemeth right falls on them too.
Yep.
But the end is the way of death.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get bit by Satan.
Right.
You understand? But they'll say that about us. They're sick because they really want the whole black race, so-called black Hispanics, to be slaves and servants and be objects of their desire and pleasure. That is it.
That's it.
Give me that in Joel, man. Let me get this here. This how they think. And these videos and stuff that I'm gonna bring out is gonna tie into this here. Joel 3 and I think it's the sixth verse, the harlot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, read that. Because this is their mindset. This is how they think.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem.
Where's the part about the sold a girl for wine? Is that the 4th verse?
Verse 3.
Yes, read that.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
And they have cast lots for our people. Our enemies did this. Our enemies have sold us. That's the casting lots, bidding. Bidded on us. These are the same people that Esau said that he said that we are a fractured organization. Don't want us to have any damn thing but a chain. To be a servant to them. That's it. That's all they want from us.
That's it.
And you so-called Negroes talking about some you damn urban apologists. You are crazy as hell. They hate your damn mama and your daddy. And you talking about something you're going to be sitting up there in that nest.
just the name urban apologetic
that's a joke.
Is a joke, like you said.
Yeah.
They separating. They
Exactly.
separate just with the name.
Exactly.
They letting you know, no, you're not one of us.
Right. Exactly.
we'll let you in, but you're not one of you.
Right.
Your old stool pigeon. What do you call them?
Yeah. They call it nigga apologists. That's what they really say.
Right.
That's what they really say.
They
You're the
wanna
urban
say.
ones.
Yeah. Right.
You're the discriminated ones.
What's the point of saying urban?
Exactly.
Who are they talking about?
Right.
Exactly.
You ain't one of us.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine.
Hold it. What did it say after that?
And have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
That's what I needed right there. That they might drink. To have fun and party. Read what they did.
Yea. And what...
Wait a minute. Because who are we talking about? Give me the 6th verse, then we coming back up to there. We're going to find out who is this group that did this to us.
Verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye...
That's the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
Have you sold unto the Grecians?
That sold to the white man.
Right.
To the white man. To the apologists, so you can understand. To the white man, the Israelites. The northern kingdom and southern kingdom was sold on slave ships, auctioned, and they cast lots for us. How in the world are they going to say this ain't talking about us? Go ahead.
That ye might remove them far from their border.
That we may not know who we are. That the name of Israel may be no more in their remembrance. That's what it means. Far from their borders. We don't even recognize where our borders are. We don't even know. That's why in Isaiah 1 and 3 it says, an ox knoweth his owner and a jackass knows where his land is at. But we do not know who we are because we have been removed far, spiritually and mentally, far from our borders. We have no idea where we're coming from or where we're going. Okay? That's verse 6. We were sold to the white man. Now give me the 4th verse.
Verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
So Tyre and Zidon, the Africans and Arabs, they did this to us as well as when they sold us to the white man kept it going.
Right.
Go ahead.
And all the coasts of Palestine.
That's the Arabs. Go ahead.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Will you render me a recompense? You going to pay me back for me not choosing you as the Israelites, as my people? Go ahead.
And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
It's verse 3 that I wanted.
Yes, sir.
And they have cast lots for my people.
So I was coming back off the 6th verse because it was the Greeks that we were sold to. The Grecians are the Greeks. So the same things that the Africans and the Arabs did to us in the 6th verse, when they sold us to the white man, they did the exact same thing. Now let's read what the Africans and the Arabs did, which also tells you what the white man did. Read the 3rd verse is what I want.
And they have cast lots for my people.
They sold us on the auction blocks. Go ahead.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
And have given a boy for a breeder. That's what it's talking about. They breeded our men. Breeders. Go ahead.
And sold a girl for wine.
And they sold a girl for wines. Made her a prostitute. Made her a freak off.
Right.
That's how they say. This underground mess. They got. I tell you, like I said, we're just getting into the abyss. When these amateur porn sites, I gotta say this here. These amateur porn sites, the big ones. All of the big money is when they use the black woman. When all these white men freaking off on them, and that's pleasure to them. They want that thing. That's where a lot of these girls are getting caught up at. Black and Latino women, that's what they doing for them. Right. Those are the ones that bring in the big bucks.
Yep.
It's a sick society that's out there.
And Bishop, I mean, not just important. All facets of entertainment. They exploit the black and Hispanic woman.
Yes,
and they don't look at the other nations.
No.
They idolize and they exploit
what I'm talking about.
The black and Hispanic.
That's what they want. That freak. Right. That's how they said we want that freak.
Right.
That's what we reading. Go ahead, Captain.
Britney Spears ain't good enough.
No, they don't want no. They don't want no Madonna.
Give me the Cardi B or the Megan Thee Stallion.
That's what they want.
Right.
That's what they want.
Yep.
Quiet as it's kept. That's what they want. Where the hell are these girls at?
Hey, I gotta say this. Even you, as soon as you said Megan Thee Stallion, it just jumped in my head. She threw the, I guess it was at the World Series. She threw the first pitch or whatever. You know what the catcher did when he got the chance to hug her or whatever, he made sure he put that glove, that hand right on her butt. Because that's how they white guy. So that's going right to your point, Bishop. You know what I mean?
Right. And all them other little black Hispanic girls, they see that thing. Ooh, I want to be like Meg.
Yes, exactly.
I want to be like
That's
Cardi B.
That's why I said we lost it. We
Yeah.
lost them. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Those images are constantly pumped to your sons and daughters. That's my point.
And Bishop, just the verse, it said, and so a girl for wine.
Yeah.
Just think of the value of wine.
Yes.
It's compared to any precious thing on earth, it's nothing. And that's how you know the Bible is a true book. It's talking about you. It's the blacks and Hispanics. We have valued our women all the way to something that's low.
Been devalued to absolute nothing.
Right.
Exactly.
And we still do it today.
Yep.
Where like you said, also where they look at the Cardi B's, the Megan Stallions, the what's the other one?
Well,
she old now, but all these women that's these rappers and all that they idolize, and ain't none of them bring up the Bible. They all are what exploits, basically examples of just being a harlot, being a hoe.
And these men, the same thing.
Right.
They're being emasculated.
Exactly.
All
exactly.
Stuff going on behind the scenes just to get that contract.
Yep.
You know, you hear about them, invite them to the parties.
Right.
You see what happened again with Bill Cosby. I can't go into that. But again, you see what happened. The same stuff that's going on in this Hollywood behind the scenes. You know, the all these drugs they dropping in the drinks. And next thing you know, it was a guy that say, next thing you know, there's a video on you.
Right.
You know,
right.
now you gonna do this, we're gonna show this
We're
video.
going to play that video.
Yeah.
video.
You know.
Yeah.
And God knows you don't want them to see what's on that video that that was going on with you. It's crazy.
Yeah, they went after Cosby hard though. I don't like that.
Yeah.
What about Epstein and the rest of those guys? Them the real criminals.
Right.
They got mad at Cosby because he wanted to buy NBC. I know what it is.
Yeah.
They said we set him up, get him out of the way right away.
Right.
Let's find some of these same women to set him up and come out 25 and 30 of them and all that madness.
Right.
But no, but you can't get to Epstein. They killed his behind before he even said anything. Because he had all kinds of records on everybody. I already know the deal. I know what they did. They said that we don't need him. Right. He had the black book on everybody. And guess who's up there? Don't think when a lot of people watch that thing with Epstein and all that, and they showing some white girls. Those are the few that you just saw on the thing.
Right.
I guarantee you there was a ton of black and Hispanic women all up in there.
Pleasure Island.
That's where these women were. The majority of our women was up there.
Big old place, house on the in the island by itself. I bet you they got some secret departments down in that damn basement area.
Them elites coming in there, you know, cover it up.
Yep.
But Bishop, one thing I want to bring out, and I know we talking to Israel, but we need to understand because a lot of our people we think, well, that ain't gonna happen. That happens with our people a lot. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen to me. My child, she good, or she a good baby.
My
son, all right. No, what we bringing out. The enemy knows how you think. He know it, and that's why he exploits that. That's why he knows that social media is gonna do that, because we're not being vigilant, Bishop, as parents.
Exactly.
Like because you mentioned how the system is set up where we work so much.
Right.
Both, if it is both parents, they both working all day and night. So we ain't
child left alone.
Child left alone.
Exactly.
We have to make sure we doing our part at home.
Right.
That's where it starts at.
Right. We cannot be staggering in slumbering sleep.
Yes, sir.
We cannot be that. We have to be on our square, so to speak. We got to be on the laws of the Most High in the Bible. Okay. We have to make sure that discipline come down the line and cut off this evil trend that's going to basically take our whole nation out if we don't realize what time it is. All right, I got to skip this video because I'm running short for time. Give me the book of Proverbs. Okay. I was going to play the video by Gil Noble about leadership. Brothers and sisters, if you get a chance, check that video out. Because I was going to speak about how, you know what? Maybe I better touch it. Play the video. Because I don't want to start going off from my train of thought. Go ahead.
Leadership really should be sculpted by those who create the leader. I don't think that the leader should ride into town.
In other words,
like Clint Eastwood.
In other words, Esau is not supposed to set up your leaders. That's the point. Okay, that's what it means. Esau is not supposed to set up your leaders. Go ahead, play on.
And rescue and solve the problem. I think the people have to organize and create a leader. That's what happened in Montgomery. Poor people got together and anointed the leadership. And there was a big quarrel about that, and finally Dr. King was. But that's the healthy way. Too many people think that leadership is somebody who announces that they're going to run and lead and they get appointed to some job. But that is not really healthy leadership. I think, especially for an oppressed people, I think that we should nominate and anoint our leaders.
And what is the responsibility of a leader?
So this shows you what we're up against. Go ahead, play on.
To be faithful to the people who gave them the assignment of leadership. I think that it's very difficult because you have to be able to withstand a lot of temptations. And all of us are mortal, and whatever our gender, the seduction, the temptation out here is awesome. And you have to be mindful of that going into the position.
Now pause it. What's good about this? This whole video is good, but like I said, I'm running on time. But what he's making a point of is that whenever you're in a position where where you're at the forefront of an oppressed people, the enemy is looking to try to buy you out, trying to get you to sell out and all of that. That's what he means when he said the temptation. Yep. Because the people are trying to get. He said, "Listen, we don't need you to really get these people out of the mess that they're in. Don't tell them that they're in sin. Don't try to get them to change their ways and all that. Bend them laws a little bit, and we'll give you this, we'll give you that, such and such." That's what he's talking about. A leader has to be able to say, you know what, I ain't taking none of that because my people need to know the truth. Okay, and that's the point there. So I just wanted to say that. It's a very good video of what he's bringing up. But I make this point because oftentimes, you hear of all these different Israelite camps fighting against each other. Man, we're not into that. We got a bigger mission to teach this gospel to our oppressed people. Yep. Hopefully the brothers can get their minds together and deal like we're dealing and try to help our people. I ain't got no time to be bickering with no other camp and all of that. We got big work to do. And I know that's falling on deaf ears because people got their own agendas. They want some of those payouts and sellouts or whatever. So they're not trying to hear the real righteousness, and I get it. So just stay out our way. We'll do what we need to do. But my prayer, hopefully, that we can really address the people's needs rather than trying to destroy each other. It's really a wicked thing there, because we like I said, when the enemy said that he's trying to take off our children, they ain't just talking about the children of IUIC for the time. They're trying to get everybody. They want the whole nation stopped. Trying to get our sons to get caught up in gangs and this and that and the other. There's a concerted effort to try to destroy all of Israel.
Yes, sir.
And we need to recognize that. Hey, give me Proverbs. That's it on the video. Like I said, brothers and sisters, if you get a chance, this is Gil Noble defining leadership. So y'all can check that video out as well. It's good stuff. Okay, give me the book of Proverbs. We're going to do some read now. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. Okay? We're going to read down.
Yes, sir. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee.
This is the discipline that your sons got to know about. Now, I'm going to say daughters too, because I'm going to cover them later. But this is what we have to recognize. The parents have to be involved to give them that discipline, give them that mindset for them to recognize evil and to stay away from it. Go ahead.
My son, if sinners entice thee, consider thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood.
Let us rob our brothers. Go ahead.
Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave.
That's what these games do. What up, bang, and all that. That's what it's talking about. Read on.
And whole as those that go down into the pit.
Destroy your brothers. And that's what these rap videos are about. A lot of rap videos, they're making music on this, on glorifying this. And at the end of the day, we're going to be wiped out. If the Lord, like the scriptures say, if the Lord have not left a remnant, we would all become Sodom and Gomorrah. And then another part of the scriptures that say, if the Lord don't come back, if he don't cut the day short, there'll be none of us left to be saved. Right. So the Lord is going to definitely step in, but we better really see what's happening. Go ahead.
Verse 13. We shall find all precious substance We shall fill our houses with spoil.
Go ahead.
Cast,
this is what they're saying. Go ahead.
Cast in thy lot among us.
Cast in you rob these brothers over here, you rob these sisters over here. Let us get together and see how much money we got.
Let us all.
That's gangs. Go ahead.
Let us all have one purse.
Let us divide the spoils. Understand what we're reading here. This is the brothers is warning his son. He's saying, listen, don't if sinners entice you, trying to get you to follow evil, don't go with them. That's the same thing with your sisters. You got these girls in school trying to show you this, trying to get you connected on that. You need to recognize that what you think is safe, what you think is no real consequence, is going to end up destroying you. They lure you in with a smile. Hey, brother, you're the man, bro. You know, you this and that and the other, and you take that gesture as a friend.
Right.
And they end up leading you right to jail. That's you're gonna end up in jail or dead. That's where you're gonna end up. Or you women gonna end up with some disease, babies with no fathers. Some of you gonna be completely messed up.
A gift destroyed the heart.
A gift destroyed the heart. A damn lie. You've been lied to. You've been deceived. What is the purpose of somebody smiling you? That's to lower your defenses, to lower your guards, to make you think it's okay to roll with them. But in the back of their mind, I'm looking to destroy this system.
Yep.
That's what's happening in the spirit. That's exactly where you sisters gonna end up by following evil. That's where you brothers gonna end up by following evil. Read on.
My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil.
Don't follow them. Don't follow their feet. This is what he's telling his son. Don't follow their feet, because their feet be swift to run to evil. Like that 4th of July madness that we saw.
Right.
Some of the people got beat up pretty good out there, and they shouldn't have been there.
Right.
Go ahead.
For their feet run to evil.
I was praying for it to rain, man. I wish it would have thunder. But I was like, Lord, well, let a big monsoon of rain come down and soak all that damn fireworks. Man, I would have did a cartwheel. I wanted that daggone thing so bad. I said, why don't a big daggone rainstorm just mess all that up? Damn, they prayed to Satan, but not a drop of rain came. Damn, I was mad as hell. Go ahead, man.
For their feet run to evil, and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. And they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. So are the ways of every one that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets.
This is us trying to warn you, brothers and you sisters. Wisdom is crying out, trying to get you not to get caught up in that. Where was that said? Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. That's what you're going to get caught up in that trap. You're going to get caught. You're going to get caught, and you're going to be taken out. Right. You brothers and sisters, you better listen. Refrain from all those evil luring tactics to pull you out of the discipline that your mothers and fathers are trying to give you. If they're in this Bible. If you're not in this Bible, brothers and sisters, get into this Bible, because your sons and daughters are at risk. Trust me when I tell you that. Your sons and daughters are at risk. There's a world out here. There are worlds that you know nothing about. Societies that's trying to shear your children off.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
How long are you going to love to be fooled by these wicked inventions and the stuff that you see on your phones and the whispers that these people are putting in your ear to lure you to sleep? Go ahead.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
This is what's happening to us. Our people's minds are so wrapped up into their evil, they're not even hearing the words of the Most High. That don't mean they're not going to pay for it. We're going to read that they're going to pay for it. The ones of our children that continue to not follow this gospel of what we and this warning, they're going to find themselves in these very societies and ultimately dead. Read on.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel.
You set at naught the discipline, and some of you ran away. Some of you girls ran away because you did not want to hear the counsel of your parents. Go ahead.
and would none of my reproof.
You didn't want to hear the Bible. Go ahead.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
When your destruction come upon you, the Most High going to laugh at your calamity. When your behind is in jail, dead, with some horrible disease, this one is going to be time for you to get it. Go ahead.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
When your fear cometh, when you got big bubbles that's ready to come down on your back. Okay? Hustle man and the health inspector. You're going to be in there trembling. It's a terrible thing, but that's where you're going to end up at. Damn. Go ahead.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me.
Then you're going to be, where's mama, where's daddy, where's the Lord? That's what you're going to be saying then. Go ahead.
But I will not answer.
But I will not answer. There's been brothers and sisters here, right here in the body, that have what and left and gone, and some of them are gone. You understand what I'm saying? Because their parents tried to brought them in for counsel and all that, and their noses was open, their minds was open to that evil and wickedness because they don't see what's behind the curtain. They don't see what's going to get them later. They don't see what's coming. Go ahead.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
The Most High going to say you're going to pay for your sins. You're going to pay for that. Go ahead.
For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
They did not choose the fear of the Lord, which came through their parents in righteousness. Go ahead.
They would none of my counsel.
They didn't want to have none of God's counsel. We actually counsel brothers and sisters right up in here. Go ahead. They didn't want to hear that. Go ahead.
They despise all my reproof.
They despise all the reproof of the Most High. They did not want to hear the correction. Go ahead.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
That's what the Most High said. You're going to pay. You're going to eat of the fruit of your disobedience, for the wages of sin is death. Go ahead.
And be filled with their own devices.
And you're going to be filled with the diseases and every damn thing else that's going to come along with you. You're going to feel it. So we get ready to get into it. That's it, right?
That's it on verse 31.
Yes. Okay, that's it. Now that's it. We'll stop there. So now, we're going to show you some situations that are in many ways perhaps uncomfortable and in some circles taboo. But our young are being swallowed up, and through many different avenues, you're not even going to see them again. Yep. Let me say this again. Like I said, we're going to be showing some situations that are in many ways perhaps uncomfortable for a lot of you, okay? And some may even consider them to be taboo. But our young children, sons and daughters, are being swallowed up wholesale because they're in their phones, they're in their computers and all that, and they're being drawn in, and they're not listening to their parents, counsels, nobody, okay? They're being swallowed up, and there are many avenues by which they are being taken. Some, if it's homosexual, that's one avenue. If it's drugs, that's another avenue. If it's prostitution, that's another avenue. If it's what are some of the other ones? Gangs, that's another one. These are things, and they think it's cool, but at the end, they're gonna meet death. That's what they're gonna meet. It's gonna be a horrible deal. It's gonna be a horrible deal. Give me Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 15:33. 15:33. 15:33. Let's read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
The evil communications is what's coming on your phones, what's coming on your computers. When you go to your schools, you're meeting evil communication. The people that you're having conversations with, that's totally different from what your fathers and mothers are telling you. You're following that thing, and that's what's going to corrupt you to the point where you're severed from your parents. Go ahead.
Awake to righteousness.
Awake to righteousness. Give me Proverbs. We read this earlier. Proverbs 14 and 12.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
The way that seemeth right unto a man or a woman is when they're jovial with you, to make you think that they're your friend.
Right.
And it comes and say, no, I'm your friend. I'm here to look out for you. I'm here to liberate you from your evil parents. I'm here to liberate you. You don't have to be like I brought out a few weeks ago about when the fathers are trying to discipline their children, and what their children end up doing, they go live with auntie.
Right.
They go live with grandma. That's what I was talking about. Right. And basically, the message is you don't have to deal with the austereness of your fathers and your mothers. Yep. You can come over here and be in sin.
Yep.
Damn.
Okay, that's what that's saying. Read that again.
There is a way which seemeth right unto a man.
That's what's happening to our children. Your wicked friends, he can even be family members, that's going to remove you from the discipline that your father. I ain't talking about abuse. I ain't even got to say that. Y'all already know that. I'm talking about in the nurture and the guidance that this Bible tells you to deal with your children as. Because they're following social media, they're following these wicked conversations that they're having in the street or whatever. They don't want to hear what their parents are saying, and then they go to their kinfolk. They go to the sinfolk, and the sinfolk allow them, give them an opening to continue evil. Well, you can leave. You can be with me. I'm gonna give you your own room, give you your own phone, give you a computer, give you a birthday party, all of that. That's what we're talking about. That way seems right unto you, but at the end, because you did not listen to that discipline, you're gonna die. As a matter of fact, when it says, "Bring them up in the nurture of the Lord," because if you don't do that, you're gonna be brought to God's wrath.
Right.
That's where the death comes in.
Provoke not my.
Provoke not your
children.
Right. That's what's happening. Go ahead, Captain. You gonna say something?
Yeah. Well, if he feels that, I just want to throw. Since you're in Proverbs, can I get 21 and 16 right quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Exactly what we're talking about. Okay. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of
the man or one man, a young man or a young woman, these children.
Put the wide shot on, brothers, if the man is not on the camera. Wake up!
It says, the man that wandereth
out of the way of understanding.
Wandereth out of the way. Wandering, you ain't stable in where you're going. But if you wandering the way out of understanding, which we're teaching your children righteousness, okay, teaching them how to keep these laws, statutes, commandments in the faith of Christ, all right? That's what the parents are doing, trying to train up a child in the way that they should go, okay? Read on.
Shall remain in the congregation of the
it said they shall remain. It may not make it back. Because once they get over in the depths and deep sins of coming out of righteousness and get into the sins,
right?
It says shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right. They're gonna die there.
They're gonna die there.
Damn, that's heavy. That's heavy. Go back to where you was at. That was the wrong point, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Crazy.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
But the end thereof are the ways of death. The way that seemeth righteous unto a man by popular persuasion. That's what's gotten them thinking that way. But the end thereof are the ways of death. So you're following these popular persuasions, like I said, these TV shows, these sitcoms, these TikToks and YouTube and Snapchat and all the rest of the stuff. You following that doggone stuff, and you're going to end up dying. Because it's a popular persuasion, because all your wicked, nasty friends are dealing with it. Therefore, you're following it, and you don't realize that you're going to be led to destruction. And when you're behind, get too far gone, you're gone. We just have to, as parents, you're going to have to just wipe your hands of them and say, that's it. Like the scriptures say, don't desire a whole multitude of unprofitable children. Some of them just got to die.
Right.
Okay? But our prayer, because the Most High ain't going to let them all go. You feel me?
Right.
There's going to be a succession of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
The young prophets and all of the different things that we got going on. So all praise to the Lord for that. But I'm just making it a point for you parents, try your best to try to get all of your children. Like the scriptures say, not willing that any of them should perish, but they all come to repentance. We know a lot of them ain't, but the ones that we can save, we'll try to save them through the blood of Christ, which is in this Bible, and keep these commandments. So I just wanted to say that. So we read 14 and 12 again.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
But the end thereof are the ways of death. Now read verse 13, because I'm going to make this point. Everything, all of the ways that leads to death, it starts with a smile. Everything starts with a smile to lower your guard. Okay? But the end is to get over on you, to get you into this daggone drug underground world. or you being a harlot for men to do all kind of things to you, men and women. You got this kinds of stuff. I was looking for some Chris Hansen stuff. Hey, I got to find this. Say something. I got to send it to him. I got to do it. The Chris Hansen, the Catch a Predator. There were some links that I meant for y'all to get, and y'all didn't get them. So I got to send it to him, because you're going to find out that when I say that it's men and women, you got people that's looking, you got these perverts that's looking for boys as well.
Yep.
They're looking for boys as well, not just girls. They're looking for, you got some of these freaky people that's out here in these underground societies. They got a whole damn economy
World
of how they,
pedophile.
all of that. We're going to show all of that. We get ready to get into it.
Hey, what's that? Isn't it an organization now?
Yeah,
Talking about
NAMBLA.
Yeah,
NAMBLA.
yeah.
That's a full-fledged organization of complete wickedness.
Damn.
Of complete wickedness. Okay? Damn, I was looking for the Chris Hansen thing, but we're going to get into it. I'm going to bring it up later on. Give me verse 13. Like I said, everything starts with a smile, and that is to get you to lower your defenses, lower your guards, to lower the commandments, because to put you at ease. Then they lure you into the world of sin, and therefore you're going to end up being destroyed. Okay? And that is to get over on you. Read verse 13.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Even in laughter.
Here your friends are laughing with you, and you think it's all about being jovial. Read it again.
Even in laughter.
Now remember, this goes with verse 12.
Yes, sir.
The end thereof is the ways of death. And verse 13 says, what? Even in laughter, by the way that seemeth right unto you. They're laughing, and you think it's okay. Read it again.
Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful.
The heart is sorrowful, meaning they themselves are in a pitiful case, but misery loves company. So what they're doing, they're laughing and making you think that they're having such a good time when their lives ain't worth nothing. They have no connection to their parents. They have no succession of tradition that the parents and the righteousness is supposed to go to them. They're on the outskirts, and they want you to be on the outskirts with them. Okay? Like I said, everything starts with a smile. It said, even in laughter. And this laughter is by your fake seducing friends that's looking to seduce you away from the discipline that you were once holding on to. Read it again. Even in laughter?
Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful.
Go ahead.
And the end of that mirth is heaviness.
And the end of that mirth, as a result of sin, that's what that mirth is going to turn to heaviness, because there's sin involved, and there is not going to be a profit if that person that's trying to seduce you is in sin, and you're listening to them. You're going to fall into sin as well. Okay. Now here we go. We're going to start. Now we're going to get into it. Let's look at the timeline of deceptive luring, that you will learn the truth of your faith. Let me say that again. We're going to go through the timeline. We're going to go through a little timeline. Like I said, we're going to start to go into some of these things. In a timeline of deceptive luring, that you will learn the truth of your faith. Those of you that want to continue to follow the evil, this is how you're going to end up. This is how you're going to end up. Let's see. Let me get to my videos now. Let me get to my videos. Let me say that again, because the video's getting ready to come on in. Okay? We're going to go through a timeline to show you how you young, but I'm going to start with the men first. Show you how you men going to eventually end up dead, going to end up destroyed, going to end up with no righteousness at all. You're going to follow what you thought was okay, and you're going to be destroyed by it. Go ahead. Put my first video up there. Okay? I call this Detention video number 1. Detention video number 1. Let's see what we got. Now I played. Let me let it ride. We got sound? Go ahead.
We have your mother on the phone, okay? Thank you. Just speak into it. I'll just face it this way.
Hello.
Okay?
Hello? Hi, Ma.
Hey, son, how are you?
I'm good.
You all right?
Yeah. Where you at?
Just coming from the grocery store.
You gonna come to my court date?
Now, you know I'm going to come. Of course, I'm going to always be there for you.
Now the question is, pause it. The question is, how did he get into this? He was listening because further on, he was listening to some of his friends riding around smoking marijuana. And he got picked up because he went and tore up his parents' home, punching holes in the wall and all of that. Now his behind is locked up.
And who he calling?
And who's he calling? Mama. Mom. I still love you, baby. All that. But it's going to get to a point where mama ain't going to be there.
Right.
And when you end up behind bars and fully gone, it's going to be a situation where you're going to look around and you're going to be like, damn, why does everybody look like me? Why does everybody look like me? Because all of y'all went down the same path showing you that it is a concerted effort to get all our people into this mess. Go ahead, play on.
No.
You said what?
I said I know.
Oh, okay. Well, act like you know then. I still love you.
I love you too.
Oh, okay. So just go on in there and lay down and don't be causing no problems.
All right.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes?
We have visitation every day from 1:30 to 4 and from 7 to 9:30.
Okay, I'll be there.
Okay, we only allow siblings that are 18 and older with photo ID and birth certificate to visit, parents and grandparents.
Okay.
And you need your photo ID.
Okay.
And there is a dress code, so if you'd like to call back and ask.
Right, yeah, no, he's been through this before, and we, you know.
I just want to remind the parents.
So
they don't
you
get
see,
denied.
yeah, you heard that.
Right.
He's
The
been through
first
this
time.
before. Because a
Right.
lot of see now, but what's happening is that the situation is getting much and much more
Right.
serious. You know, this is juvie, what they call juvenile detention. I think that's what this is. This part here. But then they first start going through psychiatric evaluations. The mothers take him to the hospital, and then they said he's homicidal and all of that. Then they got to put him on all kinds of watches and all of that. You know, and if they do heinous crimes and all of that, they got to be handcuffs to the damn rail and all that. All that kind of stuff. Until the doctor says, okay, you've been rehabilitated and you go back home, they release him to the custody of their mama. That's the beginning parts of it. Now in that stage it's a little bit different. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Go ahead.
I was wondering why she sounded so comfortable with it. Like, she sounded real the conversation calm. She sounded comfortable because he'd been doing this before.
Go ahead.
Visitation. I just like to give them a heads up on the dress code. So as long as you're aware of it.
Okay.
And then we'll see you on Monday morning. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I can come visit tomorrow.
Yeah, you can come visit every day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be up there.
Okay. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Stand over.
Your mother really loves you. You need to start behaving yourself, improving yourself. I mean, if you're punching holes in the wall when you're angry, you have an anger problem. You just need to talk. And Melissa's really nice. She'll listen and give you advice. And
Now I played this video before. I don't want to keep stopping it, but I know we can't just play things just let play. We're gonna start to give us strikes and all that other stuff. But while she's talking to him, that's keeping him distracted while he's being searched again, because he was brought in by the police. Okay, play on.
You gotta do what you gotta do, okay?
Just step back. You can just stand straight up. Any t-shirts you got on? Just cool.
This is the result of that. Keep it playing. This is the result of not listening to their parents.
Exactly.
This is where our kids gonna go.
Right.
And that's just the beginning.
He's on general
Typing his
watch
life
till 3
away.
in the morning due to marijuana.
Okay.
Okay?
Searching them and all of that.
Ooh.
And all this
nice.
over.
They found a light on him.
Yeah, this situation was because of
Did you forget about
marijuana.
this?
Right. Marijuana. And he bugged out and went home and started tearing the house up.
That's why
So
we
she had to call
asked for more
911.
than one person search. So even the officer did. I just can pat on his pockets.
Bam.
Yep.
All that. All right. So now that because she further asked him and said, are you sure you got everything else on you? Because they're gonna do a full search. It's called a cavity search. That's what they got to do later after this.
Right.
Okay. Give me my next video. Give me my next video. This is horrible.
Yep.
Okay. So they're walking down the hall. All this is new to him. All the other inmates said, pause it. Who did he see? All the people that look just like him.
Right.
Go ahead. Now pause it for a second. Pause it. You notice that some of the inmates are already talking to him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's lining him up.
Yep.
Soon as that new meat come in there, they're lining him up. I'm gonna sell this dude. Try to find out what his weaknesses is. A little bit of conversation.
They're trying to find out what he about. If he gang affiliated, anything like that.
Zuzus and wham whams. Yeah. I'm gonna use this dude to get me put stuff on my commissary and all that. That's feeling them out.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Talk to him. You got all night to talk to him.
Going up the gang signs.
That's what it was about.
Yeah. That's to see what he's about, just like you said. Now all them rules now. Hey, they ain't want to read the Bible. Pause it. Our people don't want to read the Bible, but you better read every damn thing on that wall. Because they're going to hold your ass accountable in there. Yeah. You're going to get some discipline up in there. Go ahead.
What he the man? What he the man?
Zooming in on the rules. Look at that.
Residents
are responsible to keep their rooms clean. You better not, hey, you ain't punching no holes. You ain't punching no holes in them walls. You ain't punching none of that. You gonna keep your place clean. You gonna do this. You gonna do that. That's what all the rules mean. And you ain't gonna mess up at all.
Matter of fact, Bishop, when they come into your room and they mess it up, guess who cleaning it up?
You do.
You cleaning
you
that
do.
up.
You're the reason why I'm in here. Go ahead. No running in day rooms or in the hallways. Oh, notice this. Oh, hold it. Back it up just a couple of seconds. Back it up just a couple of seconds when you see them red lines on the floor. Right there. Nobody, those are psychological barriers. Meaning, you will be trained on not to cross that line. And it's just tape. And you will be trained to not go past that line. Some of them red, they got blue, they got different colors. Yeah. And those different colors mean things. Even in certain areas, the tiles, they didn't even put tape on it. The tiles change colors. And you know not to go over it. You will learn some stuff up in there.
Yeah. It's the gun line, boss.
Yeah. Huh?
That's the gun line, boss?
Yeah.
What? Gun line. Don't go past that gun line.
Don't go past that gun line. There you go. Go ahead, play on.
Kids, these are kids.
That's how they start. What's the next video? Because I know it's moving on. That they're getting ready to take him for showering and eventually cavity search. That's what he's going through that now. That's after that's all process of intake. Go ahead.
The last time Morris was arrested, it was for damaging his mother's home in a fit of rage. When he didn't show up for a subsequent court hearing, a bench warrant was issued. Yesterday he was picked up on that warrant, and now he'll have to face the judge. But first, he'll have to face his mother.
So I can get out tomorrow?
I don't know. Do you think you should?
Pause it for a second. This video comes after. Listen, what was the video? There was another video. We're coming back to this. All right, I probably sent it out of sequence. Okay, go ahead and play that one. Go. There was no. I know what it was. Go back to the other video. There was more in the other video that I needed. Go back to the other video, the one that we were just on, and move it further up. Yeah, move it further up. Okay, you can just kind of skim through it because I don't want to. This video is kind of long, so I know how we got to keep moving. I want to get all my points. Now, what they're taking his clothes from him. They're gonna put him in the bag. He ain't never gonna see those clothes again until it's time for him to go home. Yep. You're gonna get pajamas, slippers, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's what's getting ready to go down in this. Okay, now they get ready to give him. Just play for me. You see a little bit. Play for me. Okay, now what he went to do was to get shampoo. Okay, you play from here. Just watch how humiliating this is. That's the shower. He's in his. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the shower the way he's at. Go ahead.
Cover your eyes up with the towel. Face me. Face me. As soon as I start pouring it in, shampoo it in like a shampoo. All over.
Now, when you at home, you ain't got to go through that. Hold it, pause it. When you at home, you ain't got to go through that. Some man watching you shower, you butt naked up in there.
Directed him on how to shower, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Alright, lean your head back, wipe it off with the towel. Wipe the forehead off. If I want in your eyes.
All right, so y'all get the gist of this. So that's where he's at. He got to get there. Give me my next video. I'm just moving kind of quick because we're going to roll to about 8:45. Okay. The video that we were looking at earlier. You had something, Captain?
No, I was saying this is the reality that they need to see.
Yeah.
They need to know.
Now we're going to play this one because this was the one I really wanted to get into so y'all can see how I really get down. Okay.
The last time Morris was arrested, it was for damaging his mother's home in a fit of rage. When he didn't show up for a subsequent court hearing, a bench warrant was issued. Yesterday he was picked up on that warrant, and now he'll have to face the judge. But first, he'll have to face his mother.
So I can get out tomorrow?
I don't know. Do you think you should? Why?
I didn't even do nothing.
You didn't do anything? You didn't go to court?
I know, I was scared.
You were scared?
Because they said they was going to give me 2 years of placement.
You should have just gone to court.
I'm going to court now.
Mm-hmm. You don't have a choice. They told me they took you to the hospital. You test positive for marijuana, so you've been smoking, huh?
I was going to help.
You don't know. What you smoking that for?
I thought that was going to help for stress.
You feel like you need some.
Hold it. He said, I thought that was going to help from stress. Who told him that? His nook of friends.
Right.
The ones that lured him into that mess. This is going to help you loosen up. This is going to make you feel all right. He got hooked up in there. Where's his friends now?
Right.
Where's his friends now? Go ahead.
Still smoking weed.
Still smoking weed, but they're not with him.
Right.
His buddy's in there.
Right.
Go ahead.
Positive for marijuana, so you've been smoking, huh?
I was going to help.
You don't know. What you smoking that for?
I thought that was going to help for stress.
You feel like you need something to calm you down? then that's what you should have been telling the counselor and the therapist. If that's how you feel. This is what I'm talking about. The things you're telling me, you need to tell them. You may have a chemical imbalance. Who knows? There's medicine for that. And people are not crazy who take
Pause it. I hate to bring up, because many of y'all know I dealt with this kind of stuff. That's Ritalin, Ativan, all them damn tranquilizers and all that.
Right.
Yo, you finish. You get it. Once that start writing that stuff on you, like that woman was typing on that, boom.
Yep.
And have to hear the stories of some of these situations. Go ahead.
I told people they ain't gonna help.
How do you know you keep going with the negative train of thought? What makes you what makes you get angry like that?
Just stuff people do.
Even when people when things don't go your way, you stay angry.
That's what I'm saying. Being in here is gonna make it worse and worse. I can feel it right now.
You keep telling yourself it's gonna get worse than it is.
I keep punching walls, man.
Punching it for what? Have you been praying?
Do you think that he thought that he would end up in here? That's what he's about to start balling. Right. But do you think that he thought when he first got with his friends, did he ever think that this is what I'm talking about? There's a way to seem it right. But they never told you that this is where you're going to end up at. Right. And that's the reason why we're doing what we're doing tonight. I have not hit half of the stuff yet. I probably ain't even going to get to it. I just want to, but you know.
And Bishop, this is another example of that layered trauma.
Yes.
He's telling, look, I'm stressed out.
He doesn't
I'm
even know who
angry.
he is.
I don't know. And she asks him why. I don't know.
He don't know. Because he's not connected to the Most High.
Right.
He has no upbringing about who he is. He doesn't even know the reason why his neighborhood is the way it is. Right. Why his life is the way it is. None of that. But here you got righteous parents trying to instruct you, and you want to run from that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
He doesn't know his purpose, and then when he goes outside, he sees the same people that have the same mentality as him.
Right.
None of them know their purpose, and that's why we go out there and do what we do, try to give you the foundation of the Bible on how to conduct yourself, and then not maybe, if you follow wholeheartely, you're gonna prosper, you're gonna be all right.
Right.
But our people hate that they've been taught lies, so they hate the Bible.
That's because this is what the Bible is out is the Bible is here for little boys like that who don't have an answer, who don't have a solution.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm sorry. I'll tell you straight up. This Bible changed my life.
Right.
No doubt about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This Bible changed my life.
Right.
Full 180. Complete different person.
Right.
And can't nobody say nothing different.
All praises. And
I'm living witnesses.
Right, exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up, because even though we're looking at it here, I sat across a cat like this here when I was in the field. Sat across somebody like this here, and the man was telling me that his son bugged out. He attacked his grandmother with a hammer. That's the reason why he was in where I had to deal with him at.
Yeah.
Damn.
Court and all of that. Go ahead. Play on, man. I want to be revealing too much.
You what?
I'm crazy.
You feel like you're doing crazy?
I know I'm crazy.
You are not. I hate to see you like this. Who do you want me to bring to court? Nobody? Just me? Can I tell you something?
He's ashamed.
I love you to death, but you do need some help with your anger. Some professional help. And I don't think you're crazy, but I think something inside is bothering you.
I gotta say something.
What you think?
I gotta say something. We're gonna go to I don't know if the rest of what I want is in this video, but these are the kinds of brothers and people that's gonna come through our doors.
Right. Yep. Bring it up.
And they're gonna need some serious help. The mother don't really know what to do with it. Nope. This is the reason why it's important for the leadership to really, really take this role seriously, because these are the kinds of problems that are out there. I've seen this on the professional end, so I know how messed up our people are. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So we really got to really be ready to change and work with our people. Now, hopefully they'll get it. If they don't, then it is what it is. You know? But we got to
And Bishop, as a leader, you're going to have to be able to discern. Sometimes, the young man, he might really have mental issues. He really might. But sometimes he might be playing this as a sympathy card. Trying to get sympathy from his mom and, whatever you can do, get me out of here.
Yep. And the judges do not buy it.
Right.
The judges do not buy it. We're going to find that out. You're going to see that. Skim a little bit further. Let me see if it's in this video. Move a little further. Let me just see what's in here.
But like you said, too, Officer Nahshon, there's somebody even in this body that can relate and know the real deal, can discern that.
Yeah.
Because basically what we see is Deuteronomy 28:28. Okay, from this point, where the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. He don't even understand what's going on, but we do. Okay.
Show his face right there.
Yeah.
Hey, bitch, can I get a scripture, bitch?
Yeah.
Give me Luke chapter 5, verse 31, 32. Because like Bishop just mentioned, he mentioned that we gonna get people like this in this condition come through those doors, and us as being leaders, us as being having even experiencing those same traumas or knowing people that experience, we're gonna have to be able to help them. Why? Because we all are sick. We all are spiritually sick, and Christ knew that thing. He wanted to prepare us for that. He gonna look. This truth is not for those who think they got it on. This truth is for those who are sick. This truth is for those that are spiritually broken. Read that 31, 32.
Luke chapter 5 and verse 31. And Jesus answering said unto them, they that are whole need not a physician, but they that are sick.
This boy right here is spiritually and mentally sick. And that's all he know. He doesn't have the solution. That's why he breaking down now.
Right.
He don't know why he feel it. And it's millions of boys out there that live with the same condition. Millions of little girls with the same thought process. I don't know why I'm so mad. I don't know why I'm just mad at the way I hate myself. I hate my parents. I hate my family. I don't know why. But the Bible has a solution. It's because you're more than just a little IG girl. You're more than just a damn potential basketball player or potential thug boy, D-boy. You are an Israelite. Read it again.
And Jesus answering said unto them, they that are whole need not a physician, but they that are sick.
Read.
I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance.
And those sinners is that's what we out here to do. We out there to reach those who know they are broken. Those who can admit, look, yeah, I need help. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I do need a change because where the lifestyle I'm going is going to lead to death. The Bible is, like the bishop always says, the Bible is the solution to our problems, and we have to start applying that. We have to believe that thing.
Can you put his face back up on the screen again? Because who wants to look at your own son or the sons of your people looking like that, and you not feel that coming off that screen? You can feel that, and notice he's doing that in front of his mama. But when he get back to around the mother fellas, he can't do that.
He can't do it. Bring it out.
He can't do that.
No, you got to be tough now.
Go ahead, Bishop.
But here's the deal. With all that being said, a lot of that, they just be doing that because they want to get out.
Yep.
True. This is judgment.
Yep.
This is judgment.
Right.
This is judgment. And the judges do not buy it. Okay?
Bishop, you can prove that too, because remember the first video that you played, remember I mentioned she was comfortable with the conversation. Why? Because he's been through this before.
Right. Exactly.
So he's looking for sympathy.
We getting ready to get in it. I want to make a point about because I'm reading somebody's comment here that the parents do not know what to do with these kids. Put up by my sister, Miss Carter. I see she got it up in the group here. I stopped it because I want to read it, and the deal is that some parents really don't know what to do with these kids, so they're at their wits' end, and now they're in this facility. That's why she said you need help. She does not know what else to do with it.
She can't help.
Listen to me. I've seen that same kind of situation. You feel me? The mother brought her son to the hospital in the ward. And it's just like this. It's amazing. You call it a hospital, but it looks exactly like this here. That's why I work. It's just like this. It's the same kind of deal. And the deal is that there's insurances that help to keep them in there. When the insurance run out, then you got to take them back home because it's bureaucracy. It's a bunch of madness.
Right.
It's about the money. When the money run out, then they say your son is okay, and they release him back to go back home and tear up stuff. The mother said, "Listen, he ain't ready to come home," and basically the hospital saying, "Well, you ain't got no more money. Get his ass out of here." And if they don't have it, then he goes into the full system. That's when he goes to Bellevue and all the rest of it, Rikers and all the other facilities. It goes down the line from there. Because they got to keep you in there. They go from ward to ward from different hospitals. I've seen it. Damn. So this is the real stuff, brothers.
Right.
Real deal. Play on.
And you can be with your family. Wherever you go, we coming. And if they send you far, we coming there too. Okay?
You feel different when I cry. I ain't cried in a long time.
It's good to cry sometimes to relieve stress. There's nothing wrong to cry. There's nothing wrong.
That's crazy. Okay, give me my next video. Brothers and sisters, bear with us. We didn't even get crazy yet. We didn't even get crazy yet. Y'all know about this, but there's stuff that y'all don't know. Yeah, we want all this. Okay? Hit it.
Oh, hey, Morris, how are you? Don Ruck, I'll be your lawyer for today.
Morris was picked up on loitering and suspicion of smoking marijuana. But what's far more important to today's hearing is his tendency to not show up for hearings. He'll meet with Don Ruck to discuss strategy.
Today's hearing, the court's going to want to hear a little bit about what happened. They're going to want to make a decision whether or not to release you today. What do you want to have happen?
I want to get released.
Okay. Did you test positive for marijuana when you came in? You did? All right. The court's going to ask you why you were using marijuana. Do you know how you'd answer that?
Yeah, I was telling them I was in a car with people. They were smoking marijuana. They let me in.
Okay. I'll tell you, one of the things that I note is that the probation department's recommending that you stay locked up. All right?
You saw that guy hold it. You saw his head jerk?
Turn his head. Right
You saw his head? Listen to me. That's exactly how it goes down in court. I just have to go to court with some of these cats. And then they hear the judge and everybody say, you will remain in the custody of such and such. Right. And then they start going wild, and then it's a whole nother.
Then the real.
Then the real
person.
jumping over, grabbing, and all that. That's when all that comes in there. It's crazy. It's crazy. But this is how it goes down. Go ahead.
The challenge as a public defender for a child is distinguishing between what's in the child's best interest and what the child wants. Because in every case, every child wants to get out of here. But there's no question that as Morris's advocate, that I want him to go home, and my preference is that the children should be home with their parents as opposed to, detained in a detention center.
You knew you had a court hearing, didn't want to come.
I was scared. They said it would be too easy to place me.
So you run away. Well, I'm not going to recommend that you go home. I'm going to try to keep you staying here so we can work something out.
Notice, pause it. Notice the white man say he wanted them to get loose. Yeah. Right. But the black man said, I know my people. Yeah, exactly. And I know the real problem that you got going on, and you need to stay in here for your own safety. Right. That's going to come up. Play on.
Okay, come on. Something's going to work. Let's go back to your position. You're not going to run around like a chicken with your head.
Talking to him like a father. Yep. Did y'all hear that?
Probation officer Gordon Fleming is convinced that Morris needs more time with special care and rehabilitation. Don Ruck will argue that he should go home. But at the end of the day, it's Judge Bonaventura who will make the decision.
Sir, I think I understand your testimony to be that because Morris is not as available or participating with these services to the extent that you think appropriate, that he should just remain locked up.
Well, I'm basing that upon him running away from home, his mother not knowing where he is, and she was having a hard time controlling him and reasoning with him. He has failed a couple of drug tests. Morris has told me on several occasions that whatever I do is not going to work.
So you had previously recommended that he undergo anger management, and you had recommended family counseling and counseling services. Why don't we let it work itself through some more? Let's let this counseling take hold, the anger management take hold, before we say the answer is just to keep him locked up.
Well, that would be fine, but Morris has tended to befriend some young men. One, for instance, who was shot the other day in a drive-by shooting. Young people that he's been associating with. I believe it's safer for Morris to be here for us to work with Morris.
So now it's an issue of him
save his life.
being safe?
Well, that's one of the issues, yes.
Okay. That's all I have, Judge.
Anything else, Mrs. Guzek?
It's hard to argue
Mr.
that.
Fleming.
Right.
And just to reiterate, though, the main issue is you fear that Morris won't be present for future hearings.
Yes.
And that's based on his past behavior.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
No further questions, Judge. Morris, when you didn't come to court on July 24th, did your mother come?
Yes.
Have there been other times when you leave the home without your mom's permission?
Yes.
When you go to school, do you go to school every day?
Yes.
Your attendance is perfect?
Yes.
My client.
Go ahead.
Okay. Being honest. I'm telling you, she's got all the records from your school. Listen to the question and answer it honestly.
Did you see that?
Don't make it worse.
Did you see that? Yeah. He up there lying. Yeah. His attorney had to say, listen, don't come here with this shit.
Right.
Because these people got their records already. They already know the truth.
This ain't no play.
This ain't no play. You up there playing games like you're in the car with them nookers. You are in the real shit right now.
Right.
The lawyer,
that's what he's telling them.
The lawyer.
I'm trying to get you out.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lawyer already knew he was a liar in the beginning when he asked him
100
about smoking. What did he say? Oh, I was in the car with somebody smoking. Get out of here with that
exactly.
madness. That's a
you
lie.
in it. This test came back.
Right.
On the thing. It showed that they did the toxicology. They did it. They did all that. Go ahead, play on.
Else, Mrs. Guzek? No, Judge. All right, Mr. Ruck?
Judge, I would call Morris's mother, Angel, to the stand, please. If the court were to decide that Morris need not be locked up any longer, would you be willing to have him released to your custody?
I'm always willing. But I just wonder if that's what's best for him.
Damn.
Well, do you think it's best to keep him locked up?
You gotta let him go.
Here, no, I don't. But as far as what helps, I know that there is a problem and he does need some help.
Does he recognize there's a problem?
Yes, he does.
Why do you say that?
We discussed it and he does admit that there is an anger problem.
And do you think that it's appropriate that he go home with you?
Pause. No, I'm saying.
I'll try.
Oh, no. I didn't really mean pause, but I'm saying there's a long pause because she said, I ain't gonna, no.
And that's the answer
That
right
was
there.
the answer right there.
Just
She
why
said,
you
this
pausing
dude,
like that.
like I said, this woman brought her child over and on, because would not take him home. And said, listen, you got to take him home. He said, I ain't taking him home.
Bishop, she's scared of him.
Yes.
He's punching holes in the wall.
He would not take him home.
She's scared of him.
Ain't doing that.
This dude stayed with us for 8 months. Because they did not want him at home at all.
Because he's just a child. Now, what happens when he grows up? He becomes older.
Yep. Wow. Go ahead.
That it's appropriate that he go home with you.
I'll try.
Now the judge got to weigh in on it.
That's what you want to do?
She knows she can't control that, boy.
I'll try.
The judge knows that. Just listen.
After listening to all the arguments and assessing the witnesses, I would say that the mother, Mrs. Mosley, certainly, gave her heartfelt testimony. And I could feel for her as a parent when she said she's willing, but I also think what she didn't go on to say, which I think she probably would admit to, is that he's a little bit of a handful for her. More importantly to me is that he's out on the street doing some very dangerous things. And if we all know that when you lay down with dogs, you get fleas.
Boom.
So this young man has been living in the street or between friends or doing...
Hold it. That statement right there is everything. Yeah. You hanging around nookers. You're hanging around this mess on your social media. You simple girls.
Yeah.
You simple boys.
Yep.
Y'all in there dealing with this wickedness. You're going to get fleas.
Yep.
That's the point. You're going to get fleas.
Right, no doubt. Mm-hmm.
You being disrespectful. You don't want to hear no order, no structure, no nothing. Mm-hmm. You want to be sneaky and hide. Right. This is where your butt going to end up. Mm-hmm. You ain't seen. We still ain't got to the crazy stuff yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Something that he shouldn't be doing, all because he was afraid to come to court. He endangered himself and maybe others. And for those reasons, the court is going to order that he remain detained pending his next hearing because there's an unlikelihood that he will appear for a subsequent hearing. Are there any questions? All right, then this hearing's adjourned. Thank you.
I'm standing your mother.
I'll see you at 1:30.
He want to curse her out, but he can't because everybody watches.
Okay, it's okay. I'll see you at 1:30, all right? And you're going to be all right. I'll be here all day,
It's only
every
going
day.
to get worse.
Love you.
This is the point.
I certainly understand why the court did what it did. There's not a solid support structure in place where this mother is saying, don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of this problem, and he's going to be back again. While I certainly was advocating for him to go home and would have liked to have seen that, I understand the court's decision.
Yeah, right.
That was he
had
was
to
just
do
doing
his
his job
job.
as public defender.
That's
He
all
know
it is.
damn well that just like
Right.
everybody recognized, she can't deal nothing with him.
Right. Right. And you know the thing that really still bothers me is through all of that, nobody even said, well, where's a man figure in his life? Where's the father in his life? Is there a grandfather or uncle? Nothing.
That's the only male fight, right? His PO.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. They're on their way. This is how they end up meeting Hustle Man or the health inspector.
Boy.
Because that's the next step.
Yeah.
Then they realize that the majority of their own people are already there. That's when the mental lights come on. Damn. We all have been socially engineered to end up right here. By that time, it's usually too late. But that's because they were suckered in by their friends.
Right.
But they didn't realize that it was going to lead them where they get right in there and look around and say, damn, how in the hell did all of us end up in here? And they all could tell similar stories. Like, yeah, I was doing that. I was doing this. I was doing this. I was doing. And then they realized how they got there. That's the Most High, man. That's the Most High. All right. Give me, like I said, this is how they end up. Give me my hold it. Let me see what the video is. Yeah, right there. This is the next. This is where they're gonna end up. This is what's coming. Now I'm dealing with the men. Now I'm about to deal with the women. With time running. Go ahead.
You think you were tough, right? Huh? I stick my foot so far up your ass, you'll be able to taste my damn shoelaces. You pretty to me, man. You think it's a game, though, don't you? Yes, you do, because you one of them tough.
Punching holes in
I'll
the
be
marble
all
walls.
up in your ass, boy. I
Smoking
sell that
marijuana.
boy for zoozos and wham-whams.
You see this call? I'ma treat you like a bitch. You gonna call my chest her whenever I tell you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this old hoe ass gonna do it Thursday, Fridays. Stand your ass up too. You know what?
Open it up. Comb his chest. Comb his chest. Right now. Bitch ass.
Look why you doing it. It better not hurt me.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, folks.
Grab the comb, man.
Pause it.
This is what you've been mentioning. I thought you made this up.
Oh, you thought I made? You didn't know this was real?
No.
He said, "Listen, man, comb this taco meat. That's what you call it, right?
Right.
Comb this taco meat, and it better not hurt.
Damn.
And look while you're doing it.
Right.
He said, I want you to look at it. Put care into it. That's breaking them down, bro. That's
That's it,
like
man.
don't do it like it.
That's a whole nother level.
I need you to focus. I need you to concentrate on doing this thing right.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where you in. That's the deal.
That's the reality.
That's the reality.
Yes.
Zoos and wham-whams.
Oh, boy.
Damn.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That not hurt.
The booty warrior. That's what he's talking about there. Wham-whams.
Yep.
Zoos blowing. Yeah.
Man.
That's the deal. That's what you're going to sell them around the yard. You're going to make money for me. Then call them B. Call them bitch.
Right.
And all that. Say that. You my bitch.
Yep.
This is what you're going to do for me. You're going to make me some money. Sell him like a hoe. Because they ain't got no women in there where they can prostitute them.
Right.
They prostitute these weak men, these young boys when they come in there. That's just on that side. Just letting you know. All right. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm still stuck on the dude. If you know, the man already had his shirt open.
Yeah.
He was ready.
Yeah.
Yo.
He was ready
Had
for
the
the
comb
deal.
in his pocket and everything.
He said he
right.
got the comb already.
This is crazy.
He got the comb
That's
already.
the norm.
That's the norm.
Yeah.
Give him the comb. Give him the comb, dog. Play the rest of it.
They working together with this.
Give him the comb, dog.
Yeah.
Grab it. Better grab it home, dog. I'll beat your ass. Man, let me go, man. Let me go, man. I'll beat your ass. Coming back for your ass. You think you were tough, right?
Okay.
Huh?
All right.
But this the part maybe slipped over people's heads though, Bishop. Let's say he keep going out that lifestyle. He gonna be in that same penitentiary with that brother, where the guards ain't gonna be there all the time.
That's the point. Because all this is under protection.
They stopping it right now.
What he say? He say, I will sell that behind for Zuzus and Wham Whams. Right. He meant that shit. He meant that.
Yeah.
He meant that.
You know,
damn.
Yeah, because these guys here, they in there probably already got life sentences.
Right.
They ain't got nothing else to lose. Right. You know.
Hey,
they ain't got nothing else to lose.
Prison a whole nother world. You don't know what type of COs you're going to get.
Yep.
You might have some that might.
Go ahead.
They might protect you. They might not.
They don't give a damn. A lot of them don't give a damn.
Don't give a damn. They'll sit there and watch you get messed up.
Their families are injected up because they're working so much overtime, because they're short, because a lot of them ain't on the job no more.
Right.
So they pissed off because their wives are cheating. They mad.
There's so many different layers to everything. Some of these CEOs grew up in the same neighborhood, so they affiliated with some of these same gangs.
Right.
So the gang member will go talk to them. Hey, we got to handle this, that, and this. You don't know what you're getting into when you go into these prisons. To these prisons.
We are at war, brothers and sisters. Hey, put my posters up. I said I had one of a man and a woman. Okay, this is our missing persons, because I'm about to flip the script a little bit. Like I said, ask yourself this question. When people go missing, there's supposed to be a database, meaning a database system that keeps up with their last status, meaning if they went to the hospital, if they went here, they went there. Once you come in and you get identified, your information goes up, okay? It goes into the system. We found so-and-so. You feel me? But how come we don't ever hear anything about the majority of these people that get lost? That's a question. Like I said, this is a question that we need to be asking. If they show up in a hospital, or if they end up dead, we will learn about it. Why is it that there's not really any real updates that we're receiving about these missing persons? Now, we're not connected with, wherever. I mean, we got to get them off of walls, or we go into certain stores or whatever. But if we were really tied into this database, because they got to have it. How is it that the majority of these sisters are not being found? Look at it. Put this on the board. Missing person. Let's see what it says here. And at the same time, as we say, if you see these brothers or these sisters, call your local authorities, because this is what our campaign has been about for years. Trying to find our brothers, trying to find our sisters. Okay, Here we go.
Can y'all blow it up a little bit? Missing persons. Name: Antoine Baker. Age: 17. Sex: male. Hair color: black. Eye color: brown. Height: 6'3". Weight: 195 pounds. Go
ahead.
Last seen date.
This is April 25th. So April, May, June, July. So that's 3 to 4 months from now. We don't know the current situation of this. Has he been found? We don't know. We don't think so, because we somewhat might hear something. You feel me? But we can actually go get these, don't we? We actually, we do get them. So if we're getting them, these things are still out there. So what's the deal? How come we don't hear nothing about what's going on with these people? And this dude is, I see Mecklenburg County. That's right here in Charlotte.
Yeah, that's right here.
That's right here. He missing. 17 years old.
Right.
Where's he at? Okay. Last seen. Go ahead.
17, 600. I'm 600. Height 6'3". He ain't small.
He ain't no small dude.
You gonna see him.
You're gonna see him. So like I said, it's getting ready to get into the abyss. Now keep that size in mind.
Last seen location: Mecklenburg County. Statement from family or police: Antoine may still be in the local area.
He is biracial.
Antoine is black and white.
So he's got a white parent somewhere. Some of these sick people in these perverted worlds, they request for people like this. They actually have a like I said, it gets into the abyss.
Right.
Yeah, this is like you. Let me put it a different way. I'm getting ready to get sick. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
You get ready to go. You go buy a car, and they say, "Well, what kind of options are you willing to go? Well, I want these kinds of seats.
Yep.
I want this kind of such and such." And these son of a bees actually request for certain kinds of certain kinds of men, certain kinds of women, and that be what they want. And they pay big money for this. But the stupid subject, he don't get nothing. Not really. The people that get paid is the pimp that's running it. There's whole worlds that exist like this that your sons and daughters are going to end up in.
Yep.
And people, we know about that happening overseas a lot, but people are naive. It's even thorough here.
Hey.
It's even thorough within Babylon. Everybody, whenever we talk about stuff like that, we think, oh, it's just overseas. That's overseas. That's over third world countries. No, that's happening right at your doorsteps.
Right.
Let's put up the next picture. Okay. Well, let's read this. It says
finish
picture
reading that.
victim, because I want to move on faster. Because the time about to run out, and I want to make sure I get to some of this other stuff. No, I ain't gonna get to all of it, but I'm gonna get to some of it. And we're going to continue this on. We're going to stay on this topic like we've been doing. We got to deal with our children that's gone missing.
That's right.
Because the question is, where are they?
Right.
And what are they doing? And the rest of the children who have not done something stupid enough to get themselves in a situation where they get picked up in some van or whatever, or get drugged or putting their hand on the handle and fall out because fentanyls are. Before any of that stuff happened, these sisters and brothers need to know that they are targets, all for the purpose of freaking off on them, like we read in the Bible that they may drink, sell them for harlots and all that.
Right.
They get off on this kind of stuff. There's real underground societies where this kind of foolishness goes on. You don't believe it.
And Bishop Rasheed Carter example, that showed us that right there. That
Exactly.
it's a whole.
This a
sometimes
whole
some
network.
cities is a part
Exactly.
of. So
That's
it's
the point.
We ain't just talking off our mom.
Right.
We going off our facts.
Facts. And it's covered up. This still can't get to the bottom of this thing because this thing runs deep.
System within a system.
Right. So if anybody finds Antoine Baker, contact the Special Victims Unit at 704-336-4978 or contact Crime Stoppers at 704-334-1600 or visit www.p3tipsmall.com. Okay, Deuteronomy 28:41, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but they shall not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. This is definitely the truth. Give me my next picture. Okay. My next picture. Okay. Look at this one. What's the still word? Come on, brother. Zoom in. Let's see. Move it up. This is basically like the ingredients on a can of beans. And what I mean by that is like when they go on these social media things, these perverts are looking at information on this and say, okay, well, she looked like this, he looks like that, I want that one, I want that one. And they pay these sex rings and all this kind of stuff for these kinds of people. And these dumbass children do not know what the hell is waiting for their stupid dumbasses.
Right.
Okay. Now, I ain't saying that's the case here. She might have really been abducted, so I'm not speaking about that. I'm talking about those that, because it's a sad thing in both cases.
It goes both ways.
It's a sad thing in both cases. In both cases, do not put yourselves in a situation where you could get scooped up.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, read that thing.
Runaway or abducted.
Exactly.
Hey, Bishop, you remember the video that we played, a few months ago where the little girl was on the internet. She went to a house, and then remember the mom popped out.
I got that video. I got that video. Come on, I got that video.
All right, missing persons. I'm sorry, I can't say it. Kalia?
Yeah.
Kalia Johnson.
Go ahead.
Age 15.
15 years old.
Wow. Can't even draw.
Where the hell she at? But you ain't read on.
Sex, female.
She's 15 years old, female. Go ahead.
Hair color, brown. Eye color, brown. Height, 5 foot 7 inches.
So she's 5 feet 7 inches. She's not really that tall. Okay. Well, she's kind of tall, but go ahead.
Weight, medium build.
Medium build.
Last seen.
That's a profile for some sick person.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Last seen date, December 26, 2022.
2022. That's a half a year from now. So she's been gone for at least 6 months. Where is she at? Where is she at? Where is she?
Last seen location, Morganton, North Carolina. Local area.
So was she a runaway? We don't know. Was she picked up or snatched and thrown in some van? We don't know.
Statement from family or police. Anyone having information can contact Morganton Police Safety, North Carolina. 1-828 437-1211.
So this is a sad situation here, and the same information that I gave you before, special victims, 828 432-2676, or contact Crime Stoppers again at 828-437-3333, or visit www.p3tipsmall.com. Okay, same scripture, Deuteronomy 28:41, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Sad situation. Give me my video, because like I said, we are literally at war to save our race and nation. It's a spiritual war, which is actually worse than a physical war, because we're doing it to ourselves. Okay? Here comes the craziness. Here we go. This is the beginning of the filth.
Reality.
I just got to say real quick, Bishop, where did a 15-year-old go? She's been gone for 6 months.
There you go.
Where's she?
That's my point.
Where'd she go? What is she going to do?
Right.
No money, no... Where
No
you at
family
for that long?
Exactly. Right. There you go. These are questions that you got to ask. Okay. Hit it.
How is the Biden administration enabling this?
So, wait. Let me just, because they're talking about Biden. This ain't got nothing to do, and what the reason why we're showing it ain't got anything to do with the Republican, and Biden and all that crap.
Right.
I just want y'all to pay attention to what they're going to speak about the subject of this is. Back it up again, and I'm going to just let it play.
How is the Biden administration enabling this?
Well, look, the economy of pedophilia. Right?
That word, the economy of pedophilia. Do you know what an economy is? Let me tell you something. Let me give you an example of it. New York, there's an area in New York called Chinatown.
Right.
Chinatown, I would like to be able to say Black Wall Street, but a lot of our people don't really get that, But we had our own economy, meaning that every need that we had in our community, we were able to deal with it right there. We did not have to go outside of the community to address homelessness, to address taking care of the sick, hospitals, entertainment, cars, oil, gas, whatever. Your own economy is a system where your dollars stay among you and take care of all of the needs of a city.
Right.
When you say that this thing, pedophilia, has its own economy, you're saying that everybody in that network got some kind of avenue where they don't have to go outside of it for their basic needs. That means they got it all.
Can we read the headline that's on the video?
That's what I was looking at.
Go ahead.
It says the U.S. of A. is the #1 consumer of child exploitation material and pedophilia.
And pedophilia.
Or pedophilia.
Yeah.
So that economy you talking about.
Yes.
Guess where's
number one.
That's where these children
where's
are going.
the headquarters at?
That's why I'm bringing this out. That's where these girls are going, and that's where these boys are going. And it's a whole damn economy. So they can keep them in there, and they will never hear from mama again.
Yep.
They will never hear from daddy again if they got a daddy. There's a whole network of men that's looking for boys. Chris Hansen. That's why I was looking for the Chris Hansen thing. Chris Hansen, could we just find anything to catch a predator real quick? We're coming back to this here. To catch a predator, because I was trying to find it. I had some good ones, but I didn't send y'all the link. Chris Hansen, just put To Catch a Predator. Just put that in there. I just want y'all, find one of them shorts, because I don't want no long video. Find one of them shorts. Because there was one that I was looking at where Chris Hansen, could we get it? Just hang on. Brothers and sisters, just deal with me for a second. To show you that these kinds of worlds do exist. Damn, I wish I would have sent you, because the one that I had a guy that was a psychologist. A damn pedophile, a pervert with a damn degree. I'm telling you, these are not bums. These are people that got big money. What the hell you think Epstein Island was all about?
Yep.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yep.
Those are people with big money.
Yep. All his associates.
Go ahead. What we got? That's what I want. Let me
He
see.
say he's not saying nothing that's short.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just play anything. We ain't gonna play it all. What do we got? Let me see what you got. We're coming back. Keep this one up there. Just bear with me, brothers and sisters. What that one there? To Catch a Predator full episode. Let's see what that one say.
Men scouring the internet for sex with young teens. She was going with it. Oh, so she wanted it. That's what it seemed like to me. This time, we travel to rural Georgia to investigate. What positions have you tried?
Look at all of these different people.
And the men just keep on coming. Among them, the religious. I'm a director at my church. The young and inexperienced. What was your plan here today?
I've been in a struggle myself with what I want to do because I'm still a virgin.
And one who fought for his country.
You've been to Iraq? Yes, sir.
You were expected to uphold a certain level of behavior.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't do it for nothing, sir. I swear.
Why should I believe that? This is Predator Raw.
Now, somebody asked the question. That's the reason why I needed to. Hey, say something. I gotta find those clips.
Why he's doing that?
Yeah.
Give me Second Timothy.
I gotta find
2 Timothy 2 and I'm gonna start at 25.
Yeah, go ahead, Captain.
2 Timothy,
help a brother out, man.
Chapter 2, verse 25. 2 Timothy 2 and 25.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 25. In meekness, instructing those that oppose themselves.
That's what we do as men of God, as parents of the Most High God. Okay, in meekness. Now, when y'all hear the word meek, y'all was thinking it's a soft connotation of it. No, it's in strictness and sternness and seriousness. In meekness, instructing those two that oppose themselves. These young children, they don't realize they are opposing themselves. But read on.
In meekness, instructing those that oppose themselves. If God pre-adventure will give them repentance.
Lord's willing, okay, if God pre-adventure that he will give them repentance. Read on.
To the acknowledgement of the truth.
That they will acknowledge the truth that that their parents, that the leaders been trying to teach them and guide them, okay? Hopefully that God will that they will come in repentance and acknowledge the truth that they're being brought up in. But read on.
And that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil.
That they may do what?
Recover themselves out of the snare of the devil.
Because at some point, it's out of our hand. Ain't nothing we can do, okay? But it's all in the hands of the Most High God now. So we tried to stop him from getting to that point. But read on.
Who are taken captive by him at his will.
They taken captive by the devil, okay, at his will. Read on. Go to the 3 and 1. Watch
Chapter
this.
3, verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
This is where we at this very moment. We are in the last day where perilous times shall come. Read on.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
That's what we see today. Okay, in idolatry. Read on.
Covetous.
They want the money. They want the flashiness of all this worldly darkness that they offer to them. What?
Boasters. Proud. Blasphemers.
Everything against God. They proud. Read on.
Disobedient to parents.
That's the point I wanted to get to. Disobedient to parents.
There you go right there.
Disobedient to parents.
This is how we end up where we at.
Read those last two words.
Unthankful.
Unthankful for what their parents have sacrificed and sweated blood and tears to raise them and bring them up in the best condition that they could. Unthankful and what?
Unholy.
Ungodly. But I'll pass it on back over to you, bitch. I could go on, but
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, we gonna hit this again next week.
Sir, we
gonna stay on this. We got to do it. I got my videos. These are the demons right here. Hit me.
Here we go.
Here it is. Cause the question. Hold. A sister asked. She said, "Why did they cancel the show?" That's why I said I had to get it because this short addresses that. Go ahead.
Hit to Catch a Predator canceled. Some people believe it's because of this man. His name is Louis Conrad, a 56-year-old 88 from Texas. As part of the show's usual sting operation, Conrad was caught texting who he thought was a 13-year-old boy. Police officers and SWAT surrounded him.
Hold. A 13-year-old boy. Like I said, they got their damn filthy profiles on what they want. It's a whole ring that does this, that set them up with all of that. Go ahead.
His house, and when officers entered, Conrad proceeded to unalive himself. This was in 2006, and the show ended not long after in 2007.
So he killed himself because of embarrassment. He killed himself because of embarrassment. Okay, did it repeat or is it still rolling? Okay, go ahead.
show's host had this to say in a recent 2021 interview.
That's not exactly true. We went on after that and did a number of other
So he's
shows.
answering the pause it because I don't know if they heard it. The question was, did he cancel it because the guy killed himself? And Chris Hansen is answering it to Vlad, this guy that does interviews. Right. So he's answering. He said, no, we did not cancel it because of that situation. Not entirely. Not entirely. Because the show kept going because listen what he's going to say. Go ahead. I'm going to be quiet.
Now, ultimately, NBC made the decision not to do new production. And I'm not saying the suicide had nothing to do with it. I'm sure there were considerations about, okay, if this could happen, what could happen next? The production became very expensive. What NBC figured out is that they had a lot of material and generating profits without doing another investigation.
Why was the NBC?
Did you hear that? That was the point. Stop it. Stop. They said they got thousands of hours of material. They don't need to do any new recordings. Wow. We don't have to go any further. They said we got thousands of stuff that people. That's why you see some of them and said the unseen tapes and all that. Yeah. They got so much because it's so damn lucrative. Wow. That's what he's saying. So it's when we was looking at that little clip where it says #1 consumers. Right. Chris Hansen ain't overseas. He's right here.
Right.
Or was. You understand? Mm-hmm. This is a big world for this kind of stuff. This is where a lot of these girls are going. Yep. This is where these guys are going. Mm-hmm. And you're just seeing what's on TV.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yep.
What's the next one?
He started to get suspicious when the decoy offered him a seat.
Back it up because the people can't see it. Let's get it all in. Let's get this one. Put it on the screen. Y'all come out. Hold it. Stop.
Yeah, these the ones you had to catch. I guess they try to catch it.
Yeah, all right. But put it on, then play it.
Here that a psychology student named Safras Khan was all set to meet an underage teen. As soon as he entered the house, he started to get suspicious. When the decoy offered him a seat, Safras realized something big. Oops, it looks like the decoy team goofed up a bit here. Or maybe Safras was being way too cautious. And before he dashed towards the exit, Chris Hansen decided to intervene. Ideally, Hansen would have liked to play along for a bit longer. But there was a rather unique problem this time. The decoy team spotted a car driving into the lane. And no, these were not the cops, but another predator who was coming to meet the decoy as well.
Hold on. Do you realize they coming in, they bumping into each other? So it's a huge, that's where the economy comes in. There's so many people that's coming in for your son and your daughter.
And bitch, this was like around in the early 2000s. So right now in 2023, you think that economy, what we talking about is just,
real.
It's running on
all cylinders. That's the point I'm bringing up. That's what I'm showing. Now is that it on this? Okay, now let's go back to the filth. That one. Start again.
Mm-hmm. How is the Biden administration enabling this? Well, look, the economy of pedophilia. Right? The United States is the #1 consumer of child exploitation material. We are the demand. So that means the traffickers want to get children into that dark market. There's a lot of money to be made here. The United States, also according to State Department, is in the top 3 countries for destination countries for human trafficking. So there's every incentive to get children into America, into the black markets here of pedophilia. And so when I find out that in the last couple of years, at least 85,000, I think it's much higher than that, but at least 85,000 unaccompanied minors, thousands of them I've seen the CBP reports are
85,000 unaccompanied minors. That's a low ball. So now we get some understanding about what's happening with these missing girls.
Yep. And Bishop, he said America is the #1 demand. So I mean, not like you just mentioned, it's not just here in America. I mean, worldwide. The pedophiles all over. They're not just looking for children. They're looking for what? You Israelite children.
That's what they want.
In America. That's what they're looking for. I want an American child.
It's further down in the lesson. We ain't going to get to it tonight.
Yeah.
But it goes further than that. Let me see, because we got to close up. I'm going to do this here.
But Bishop, we'll play a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh, there's more. That's right. I'm sorry. Let it all play out. I'm sorry.
We got to hear it.
Yeah.
Are under 5 years old. Why is a 3-year-old showing up at the border? I can tell you why. Because they show up with a name. The name is the sponsor that they're given by the trafficker. HHS gets the kids, and they, by law, have to call the number. Hi, we have Jose Gonzalez, Mr. George Smith. Yeah.
Pause it real quick. That's how'd you say economy or the way that they can move.
Yes.
That's their system.
That's their system.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
so well and good that the authorities was literally giving them to the damn system, to the economy, thinking that they was giving them to something legit.
Yep.
That's how well woven it is.
3 and 5 years.
3 and 5 years old.
Right.
Go ahead.
Play on.
Yeah, that's my kid, whatever. Okay, they used to actually fly down and have to pick the kid up. Not anymore. Our taxpayer dollars will then send the kid by plane or bus to the sponsor. No background check, no DNA, nothing. And they deliver the kids. Our taxpayer dollars are literally, for the first time in American history, our taxpayer dollars are going to facilitate the last leg of a child trafficking event. And the border is open. The border's wide open. It's $14 million a day are landing in the pocket of smugglers and traffickers. Thanks to the
14. Did y'all hear them numbers? $14 million a day. You trying to tell me that these girls that's gone missing, some of them ain't going after this money, and they're only getting very little bit, and they get used up? Yo, the next set of videos is gonna really make you sick on how far this filth goes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, play the rest of it. Play the rest of this. We ain't
Biden
gonna
Harris
get to it tonight.
border policy. The only compassionate policy is border enforcement, barriers, walls. Why? Because and the Center of Freedom talks about this. Because the walls, and the barriers lead the children who are being hurt into that funnel of rescue. Trained women and men in uniform are there. Those kids want to go through the port of entry. Those kids pray for a wall. The wall will save their lives.
So they're making a point.
But let's take it all down. Let's open it all up. Kids are being.
They're making a point about the wall and the politics and all that.
Right.
But did y'all hear the information about what's happening to these children and the damn wicked sex rings that's going on?
Right.
Give me my trailer. Give me my trailer. I'm just gonna give y'all a glimpse of what's happening with the girls.
But just to let you know that that's $5.1 billion a year.
$5.1 billion a year. So keep that in mind, because if that particular world is making that, imagine what this world is making. Listen to this here. This is actually on Netflix.
Right. And actually, Bishop, the last video we just watched, those two guys that was there.
Yeah.
That's a movie that's called Sound of Freedom.
Right.
Okay. They go into a lot of that stuff.
Right.
So there's a movie that's out now in theaters about Sound of Freedom, about the trafficking.
And Hollywood is not pushing that thing at all.
No,
they're not pushing it at all.
Yeah, and I've seen that guy, that actor. He's cutting up on the circuit.
Yeah.
You know, because he's saying
Right.
he kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
Because they ain't putting no effort behind it.
Exactly. But this here, what you going into now, is falling right along behind.
Yeah, this is. I was really contemplating, should I go this far? Because it's like going into the depths. Remember, I called you. I said, I don't know. I was nervous about it. It's that. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, because this is where a lot of these girls, your daughters, are going to end up with this Facebook, Instagram.
Yep.
This is what they're doing.
Yep.
And they're keeping it hidden.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm going to end it with this. Go ahead. Let it ride.
Well, hello there, Deceptive. You must know the password, right?
Of course.
Every day, a new girl turns 18. Free flight to Miami.
I found an ad on Craigslist. It was under TV shows and radio jobs. I sent them these two pictures because I didn't know what they wanted exactly. It didn't hit me until...
Parental discretion is advised, because I think they're going to show some underwear kind of stuff, so just be mindful of that. Go ahead.
I got on the plane.
So she got on the plane. Go ahead. She got on the plane. Go ahead. Move.
Amateur girls, brand new to the industry. Usually like 18 to 21. I call them teeny boppers.
What's up, everyone? This is my first find. I'm an upcoming porn star, so please follow me.
A lot of them know it's a trap, but the money's there in their face right now, cash. They take it.
They don't care about who you actually are. I'm trying to be famous, so gotta do what you gotta do.
The shelf life of
Hold. Get that statistic. What was them numbers?
7,700.
That's some of these bimbo women say, oh, look at this. I got 7,720.
Followers.
I'm so beautiful. Blah, 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 blah. You're stupid behind.
Right.
You're not even realizing your dumb behind is being set up to go right into these worlds, and your behind is only going to get used for about 2-3 months,
Right.
and you're back.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That's what I wanted. Pause it right there.
The top 4 amateur porn sites average over 41 million hits per month.
So 41 million perverts.
Yes. You out there.
41 million perverts want to see your daughter.
Yep.
41 million people per month want to see your son.
Yep.
That's what this is talking about.
Yep.
So don't tell me that there's not an economy that's sucking your children right away from you.
Yep.
Go ahead.
The shelf life of a girl, best case scenario, a year tops.
Boom. You heard that?
Best case scenario.
Best case scenario is a year. After a year, they got probably diseases.
done.
They start getting fat, this and that and the other. Their body start changing.
Yep.
And the client said, I don't like her. Her boobs look like this.
Yep.
Her behind it.
She's not young enough no more.
She ain't young enough no
Right.
more. And that's it.
She's damaged through all
She's
the
damaged.
sex that she's going through.
And I got videos showing that.
Yep.
Sold for one.
That's how bad it is.
Yep.
Damn.
Go ahead. Play on.
I got offered to do 2 shoots for $2,500.
And
Bondage. You look so awesome. God, look at your ass, bro. Oh, today was just so horrible, though. No, you still got it done. Still got it done.
I don't have anything more to give.
That last part, I hated.
I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I could tell him no.
Just can't be good for you to have sex that much with that many different people. Ugh, so weird that that's my job.
They all have the same stories. My parents don't know. I hope they never find out. Just try to tell them, like, your parents are gonna find out. More and more and more and more girls are doing it. It's gone mainstream.
It's the light. And then Bishop, they are out there. You see all the pictures? You are out there. Ain't no taking that back. Okay? And we showing you seeing the Edomites, the Caucasians, okay?
Right.
But you remember what we read at the beginning, that the black and
exactly
Latinos.
That's the point that I was
That's
making.
the ones
If
that's
y'all
they
see it,
they
'cause
gonna
they
try
showing
to
you,
get right.
they showing you just Esau. Believe me, our women
Right.
outnumber this damn thing probably like 40-1.
Right. Right. Yep.
That's because that's what they prefer.
Yep.
They tell you that.
Yep.
Damn.
So.
Okay. Good. Let's end it.
Oh.
We did. We got more. We'll
Yeah,
bring
it's
out
a lot more.
I ain't even get to the filth. It's just coming in though, but it's just coming in.
Listen, I'll say this too. Listen, you mothers
Right,
and
bring it up.
fathers,
Bring it up.
listen, don't be naive. Don't be naive to this, because this is the reality. This is the perilous times that we are living in, and they are after our black, Hispanics, and Native American children. Take heed to what's going on. We ain't bringing this out just to be bringing it out. This is a reality, okay? So I'm glad Bishop bringing it out, because we need to shine the light on this madness that's going on within our people. Right here in America, Babylon the Great. That's all I got to say.
Cat, and show your kids no liberty, because believe it, once they gone, they gone.
Right.
Once they gone, they gone. You ain't
Right.
you most likely you are not getting them back. They gone.
And you think we hard on them? Let the world out there get a hold of them. You see what's going on out there, and exploit them and just trash them all around like they ain't nothing. And then they come back to you and they broken and destroyed.
Hey, Nahshon, we got to bring in the thing we got to do it with time running.
Yeah.
Jump down to the video.
Yeah, that's be a good setup for the next one.
We're going to hit it again
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
Jump down. I call it the sinister files of Satan's den.
Damn.
It is. Yeah.
Got to play this damn thing.
Hey, Biscuit, can we read that Proverbs 14, 12?
Yeah, bring
before
it
we do
bring it again. Damn.
Just to kind of set up the whole mindset. What's the ways of death?
Proverb, which one you?
14 and 12.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Are the ways of death. You about to see one of those ways of death right now.
Yeah, we couldn't leave without this.
Right.
This y'all gonna look at us strange after this.
That's all right.
Go ahead.
Put that on the screen so they can see that.
They need to see this.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Warning: this video contains content that some may find disturbing because it is.
There we go.
Hey, I just want to say also, you've seen the other video that Bishop played with the neck flips. That's stuff that they're showing.
Right.
This is stuff that's hidden.
Right.
You don't know what's going. The kids go missing. Your sons and daughters go missing.
Yeah.
And this is where they end up at a lot of the times as well.
Now we're going to those underground economies.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Dark side.
The dark side. Go ahead.
This video contains content that some may find disturbing.
There, bitch. Are you comfortable right now? I doubt it. Wrists and ankles chained, gagged, probably blindfolded. You are disoriented and scared too, I would imagine. Perfectly normal under the circumstances. For a little while, at least, you need to get your shit together and listen to this tape. It is very relevant to your situation. I'm going to tell you in detail why you have been kidnapped, what's going to happen to you, and how long you'll be here. I don't know the details of your capture because this tape is being created July 23rd, 1993 as a general advisory tape for future female captives.
Stop.
Yep.
Why doesn't he know the ways of the captive or how they came to get kidnapped? Why don't he know? Because that wasn't his part of the job.
There you go, right there. I wasn't going to say nothing. I'm just going to let it play because next week we're going to break it down. We're going to tear into this damn thing. It's showing you that it's an economy.
Economy.
That's the point. It's an economy.
Yep.
I don't know where you at, but this tape is used for all outlets.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You saw the baby oil sitting over in the corner.
All
you see
that.
all it.
This is real. This is what this
deal.
this is Pulp Fiction basement type stuff.
Yep.
These places do exist.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Let's play on.
The information I'm going to give you is based on my experience dealing with captives over a period of several years. If, at a future date, there are any major changes in our procedures, the tape will be upgraded. Now, you are obviously here against your will. Totally helpless. Don't know where you're at. Don't know what's going to happen to you.
Now pause it. You notice he said you were kidnapped.
Yeah.
Don't think that the ones that ran away from home don't end up in here too. Don't think it's just their kidnapped.
Exactly.
Some of them are so damn dumb and stupid, they'll get caught up in something like this, thinking that they're going to a friend. Like that video of the woman showing up at that dude's house.
Yep. Yeah,
That's an
exactly.
example.
Yep.
Hey, let's come out of that. Damn.
Yeah, we're coming next week.
We got to bring it next week.
Yeah.
We showed a video where the mama tracked the girl's movements.
Yeah.
She ended up following some mess that she was following online. End up at a damn house that she didn't even know who these people were. And the mama, because it was a sting.
Right.
And then she popped out of the damn closet, and the daughter was
I
shocked.
taught you better.
Caught you. What the hell are you doing here? I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Your dumb, stupid black ass could have been chopped up. All of this. That's a runaway. That would have ended up in this damn
talking
thing.
to one brother, but when she got there, it was two men.
It was two men.
Yep.
Still went in there.
So it ain't just they all got kidnapped. Some of them dumb bobblehead women, girls walk right into these damn things, and then these damn demons pop out of the damn closet and bring you to a damn dungeon like this here. Go ahead. Play on.
Very scared or very pissed off. I'm sure that you already tried to get your wrists and ankles loose. No, you can't. Now you're just waiting to see what's going to happen next. You probably think you're going to be raped, and you're fucking sure right about that. Our primary interest is in what you've got between your legs. You'll be raped, thoroughly and repeatedly, in every hole you've got. Because, basically, you've been snatched and brought here for us to train and use as a sex slave.
It is.
Sound kind of far out? I suppose it is to the uninitiated, but we do it all the time. It's going to take a lot of adjustment on your part, and you're not gonna like it a fucking bit. But I don't give a big rat's ass about that. It's not like you're gonna have any choice about the matter.
Wow.
You've been taken by force, and you're going to be kept and used by force. What all this amounts to is that you're going to be kept naked and chained up like an animal, to be used and abused anytime we want to, any way that we want to. And you might as well start getting used to it, because you're going to be kept here and used until such time as we get tired of fucking around with you. And we will, eventually, in a month or two, maybe 3. It's no big deal. My lady friend and I have been keeping sex slaves for years. We both have kinky hang-ups involving rape, dungeon games, etc. We found that it is extremely convenient to keep 1 or 2 female captives available constantly to satisfy our particular needs. We are very selective when we snatch a girl to use for these purposes. It goes without saying.
So they got all kinds of people that's involved in this. So brothers and sisters, we're going to stop here. Shalom, Most High in Christ bless y'all. Happy Sabbath. I know it's a rough situation. Like I said, we were going to go into the abyss, and you ain't seen nothing yet.
It's needed, Bishop.
But this is the reality. But they don't know. Like I said, like the scripture said, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man or a woman, but the end thereof is stuff like this. But you never see it. Just like the brother never saw that he was actually going to end up in jail dealing with the health inspector and them types of. Just like you dumb sisters don't realize that you're going to end up in stuff like this here too. And the Lord say he's going to laugh at your calamity because you was hard-headed and disobedient to your parents that tried to instruct you better. You ain't seen nothing yet. So we're gonna end it there. It's crazy. The dude that was talking on the tape, he sounds jaded. Like he's bored. He's like, because he's, like he's done it so many times.
Yeah.
He's been repeating it. That's these underground worlds of economies that a lot of people don't even know anything about. But we're proving that they're here. Right. Okay? Satan's den. Mm-hmm. Brothers and sisters, let's close up. Deacon Abiel is coming up next. Well, Fix Your Face. I don't know if Deacon Abiel will be on, but yes, Fix Your Face is coming next. Come on.
All right.
Put up the arms. Let's go.
Don't neglect to give alms. For those who would like to give alms, you can fill out an envelope and you can place it in the alms box. To give alms online, donate to IUIC Concord via PayPal or IUIC Gastonia via PayPal at iuic.concord.nc at israelunite.org. Donate to the Booster Club via PayPal at iuic.fundraising at israelunite.org.
Okay. And with that, brothers and sisters, we say shalom, happy Sabbath to you. Stay in the spirit. Stay prayed up. Apply, study, pray, and apply. Keep those commandments. Sisters and brothers, we got to watch out for our children. Yes, and you children, don't do stupid things to get out of the protection of the Most High's protection, meaning in your household with your parents.
Right.
Because you're going to run and you're going to get yourselves caught up into situations like this and even worse. So you can take our word for it, take the Most High's word for it or not. It's on you.
Yep.
But I pray that you would do better and follow the instructions of your righteous parents, okay? Especially those of you that's in this truth. We see the trends. We got to pay attention to our youth. So that's why we bring this out. Mm-hmm. Okay? So we can't be a fractured organization. We got to do the things that we got to do to make sure that our people continue on in this gospel. And there's a ward out to get you, as you can see. So Most High in Christ bless you all. I'm Bishop Yawsop for the crew.
All right.
We'll see you next week, Lord willing. Happy Sabbath.
Shalom, Israel. Happy Sabbath.
Shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ bless.